What's up, Met fans? Welcome back. Talking Mets at Rob. How's everybody doing? Mets versus Red Sox today, guys. Be with you live into the end of the game. How's everybody doing? How was your off day with no Mets baseball, no stress, no craziness? But there is a lot to talk about. Definitely for sure. Before I get started, guys, don't forget, guys, hit on that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Check out the video that I posted today, guys, about Noah Syndergaard coming back very soon after his rehab start. Check out that video if you haven't already. If you haven't checked out the GM / baseball operations guide that we are looking at with Billy Bean, Theo Epstein, and David Stearns, check that video out that I did a few days ago. Please check that out. Once again, guys, please say what up in the comment. Hit on that like button. And let's get ready for Mets and Red Sox. So how's everybody doing today, guys? Nelson, how you doing? So as you know, guys, when we go live during the game, I will have game day up for MLB.com so we can follow the game on the stream. And I'll do a little bit of play-by-play during the game, telling you what's going on. So if you're not directly in front of a TV or not being able to get any type of notifications, you'll be good to go. From Puerto Rico. All right, Jason, that's awesome, man. Awesome. I love it. Love it. We're international in this stream. That's what I'm talking about. How you doing, Jason? How's Puerto Rico doing? That's what I want to know. How's that island doing right now? So just so you know, guys, I do have the lineup up. I'm going to roll it across right now. Obviously, we're in Boston, so there is a DH. So Pete Alonso is our DH today. It's a very interesting lineup. I would have went another route. I'm a little pissed off about who's playing and who's not, and I'll give you my reasons for it. So while we're going across, that's great, Jason. All right, so if you look at the lineup, it's Nimmo, Lindor, Baez, Alonso the DH, Davis playing third, Conforto right, Pilar left field, and Dominic Smith batting eighth at first base, and ninth is catcher Nito. So my problem is we all saw what happened on Sunday. We finally got some offensive production from Dominic Smith and Jeff McNeil. Dominic Smith's in the lineup because Pete Alonso can be the DH and Dominic Smith can play first base. Why isn't Jeff McNeil playing? Now you can say, okay, there's a lefty on the mound. Fine. That's okay. But Jeff McNeil had probably one of his better offensive production games in since like April. Why wouldn't you put him in there and give him the boost of confidence saying, hey, that was a great at-bat by you to give us the lead, to give us the win? Put him in the lineup. You know, I don't want to see Pilar. Pilar's not going to probably be here next year. I want to see Jeff McNeil continue to go. Now, I know it's a long shot for the playoffs, but you're still mathematically involved. I want to see the guys who are projected most likely to still be on this team. I want to see them perform. I don't want to see Pilar. You know, I'm glad that Davis is getting a spot tonight at third instead of VR. You know, I want to win games, but I want to see these guys play because there's a lot of decisions with Dominic Smith, Jeff McNeil, and JD Davis that I want to see from these teams. Jeff McNeil should be playing tonight. He will be playing tomorrow, obviously, but can we at least play with the hot hand? And that's another reason why I just can't deal with the whole analytics and whatever analytics the Mets have. It's not working. I'm sorry. The only thing that's probably worked all year was the defensive placement by the fielders. That's probably the only thing that's been working, and that's what's been killing me. And I feel like they never played a hot hand. And Jeff McNeil finally looked like he got into what he had to do. He understood everything. He was in the moment right there, hit the big home run to right field, and he's on the bench the next game after the day off. It makes no sense to me. And like I said, I'm not going to go crazy about the lineup, but I don't want to see Pilar playing right now. You got 12 games left. You're basically out of the playoffs. I want to see the guys who are projected to be here, the guys who you need to see, and see what they can do the last 12 games of the season. I don't want to see Pilar. I don't want to see VR. I don't want to see none of these veteran guys. I want to see all the guys that have a chance to be off this team or on this team this year that might be a big spot in this team for next year. It's just that simple. So I don't understand why, Pilar is playing over McNeil. I think it's stupid. But again, there's been a lot of stupid decisions this year with the front office and Rojas. So what do you guys think about the lineup tonight? Are you okay with it? Like I don't even know how the Mets can mess up a lineup where we have a DH. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard. Play all your players. Play all your starters. All your starters are not in tonight. Pilar is not your starter. Jeff McNeil's your starting player. Put him in. I just don't understand it. I really don't. I don't care about the lefty guy on the mound. He has a 5 ERA. Can you put Jeff McNeil on there? But that's one of my big rants, unfortunately. And the other couple of things that we were talking about the last time, there were so many issues with Rojas and the debacle during the Philly series, the questionable decisions he made during the St. Louis Cardinals series. It's just terrible, guys. And if the Mets played decent over the last week, we would be somewhere near in the range where we need to be until we face the Braves the last 3 games of the season. And guess where we're going to be? Probably watching at home again in October. Sucks. But we got about 15 minutes until game time, guys. So if you have any questions, please throw it in the comments. I'll try to answer them best I can. And we should have some fun tonight. Hopefully the Mets beat Boston. Even though I would like Boston to make the playoffs other than the Yankees, I still want my team to win no matter what. So, it's a hit or miss in this situation, but that's okay. Ghostway, what's up, man? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Nelson, yeah, when it comes to Syndergaard, I mean, I guess he'll liven things up, but you know what? It really doesn't matter if he doesn't perform. And he's got a fastball and a changeup, and that's probably the reason why he's going to get stuck in the bullpen until the end of the year. So, I don't know what to think of Noah at this point. He is a lightning rod, that's for sure. He's got that, I don't give a damn demeanor that I like. He don't take no crap from anybody. I like that. But again, if you don't perform, I don't care what you say or what you do. If you don't perform, you're useless. So, but thank you, Ghostway. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, when it comes to Syndergaard, I mean, it'll be nice to see him back to see what he has. I want to see his velocity. I want to see, location is going to take some time when he pitches because it's just common knowledge that guys who come off of Tommy John, their location is the last thing to come back. The velocity is usually there, and the location is the last thing that comes. So that's what I want to see. I want to see where he's at. I'm assuming he's going to throw 96, 97 miles an hour, and that's okay. I'm not worried about how hard he throws. I need to see location. And, in his minor league starts, he did give up a few home runs. His location wasn't great. But, again, it's all going to be like, can he stay healthy the rest of the year? Because that's the most important thing. Because the Mets are going to give him a qualifying offer. So it is important to see what he's going to do and see if he can come out of this healthy. But the other thing that we have a problem with is that he only has a fastball and a changeup. Now, it doesn't mean much now, but will he be able to throw his slider and his curveball when spring training comes around in 2022? Let's hope. But I'm very interested to see. And then you've seen today, I don't know if you guys saw it, the report is kind of trying to ask questions to DeGrom on the move at Fenway, and DeGrom looked like he was really pissed off. And one of the reporters asked him, "You think you're gonna pitch this year?" He goes, "Well, everything's going well right now, so I should." So that's another interesting thing, and it's another story that is just very odd because DeGrom looks pissed off, and I think he's pissed off because I think he wanted to pitch a while back, and I think the Mets are not making him pitch, and it's kind of a catch-22 here. Like sometimes you got to listen to the player. But, we haven't seen the MRIs. Whatever Sandy Alderson said about the MRIs, I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not anymore. And that's the biggest issue that I'm having. But If DeGrom can come back and he feels healthy, that's all that matters. I don't care what anybody else says. DeGrom knows his body best. Omar, yes, Pete Alonso will be the DH today, and the lineup's across your screen, so you can check out the lineup. I am a little pissed off that McNeil is not in the lineup and Pilar is. Like, you got 12 games to go. You're most likely out of the playoffs. Play all the guys that are your starters. Yeah, you want to win games, but we need to see what McNeil can do these last week and a half of the season, or week of the season. That's why I'm a little pissed off about it. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? All you can do is just watch the game and pray that the move to play Pilar over McNeil works out, I guess. But what can you do, guys? What can you do? So, the pitching matchup for tonight is Marcus Stroman versus Eduardo Rodriguez, the lefty. So that's going to be interesting. Again, Marcus Stroman's had a solid year. He's probably going to get a big contract from somebody, possibly the Mets. I'm still a little weary of Marcus Stroman. I don't trust him. I never trusted him. He's a very selfish, for himself type of guy, and I worry about that. He opted out last year when the Mets needed him, and he opted out because, he had the opportunity to opt out and save his extra year and use the knowing the Mets were going to give him the qualifying offer. He was making $19 million without doing nothing at all. So, and then, he came back this year, pitched well in a contract year, and we see it all the time. Players that play very well in a contract year, and when they get their contract, they're not the same pitcher, and that's what I worry about with Stroman. Nobody talks about it, but this is Stroman's best year as a starter. And why isn't that odd to more people, in my opinion? Like, it should be odd to a lot of people with Stroman. Like, it's not like he's getting younger. Now at 28 years old, 29 years old, he's pitched his best year of his career, right when his contract is about to expire, when he's in a contract year. So that worries me a little bit, guys, and that's why a lot of people want to sign Stroman, but I do worry about that. I do feel like that it's going to be a disaster if the Mets sign him, and I don't think he's going to be as good as he was this year. So what are you going to really get if he's not as good as this year? You're going to get something in between this year and 2019, when he wasn't good for the Mets? So you're going to get in the middle of that, and you're going to give him about $100 million. Got to be careful, guys. Got to be careful about Marcus Stroman. But at the end, I do think the Mets are going to sign Marcus Stroman, because my opinion means absolutely nothing to this Mets organization. But again, I don't want them to make a bad decision, and then we have to live with it for 4 or 5 years. Bill, we were just talking about the reason why I think VR is not in the lineup is because I think Rojas wants to give JD Davis a start. They got a lefty on the mound, even though VR is a switch hitter. I think they wanted to see Davis in the lineup, and I was complaining about it before you got on. I don't know if you heard, but Jeff McNeil is not playing either. He put Pilar instead of Jeff McNeil, and Jeff McNeil just hit a big game-winning home run Sunday night, and now he's benched, and it doesn't make no sense. It does not make no sense. You got 12 games to go. You're probably not going to make the playoffs. Play all the guys that you need to be looking at, so you have a better idea on what these guys are going to do, and let's see how they perform over the next week. Let them play every day. It's just idiotic to me. Like, why are you playing Pilar? You have nothing to gain by looking at Pilar. He's a veteran guy. You know what he is. Can we throw in McNeil and see what he can do the last week of the season? It just doesn't. It's just, the logic is so stupid. It really is stupid. Ghostway, I don't agree. I think Stroman is not going to take a $10 million a year deal. No way. No way. He made $19 million this year for a qualifying offer. He's going to get between 18 and 20 million per year for a 4 or 5 year deal. He's going to get $100 million. I'm very confident about that. 2 years, 20 million? Sorry, man. I don't agree with that. And Stroman, there's no way he's going to take $10 million a year. I mean, he was making that before he took that qualifying offer. That's what he was making. So that's rough. I don't agree with that. I get your point. It's kind of more of a, because it's stupid for Stroman not to take a big deal. Because if he can get a 4 or 5 year deal, he'd be 34, 35 years old when that contract ends and be $100 million richer. He's not going to take a 10-year deal, unfortunately. That would be nice for the Mets, but I don't think he's going to do that. Roberto, how you doing, buddy? Mets and Uncle Steve must bring the Epstein as GM, and Billy Beane is not the best GM for the Mets. I agree. Roberto, I think you were one of the ones that commented on my video about it. Yeah, Billy Beane is a big red flag to me, because if you get Billy Beane as the president of baseball operations, who will probably also be the GM as well, and he'll probably have an assistant with him, but Billy Beane's mentor was Sandy Alderson. Now I have a feeling that Cohen is going to be more involved in the decision of who they're going to hire as baseball operations guy. I'm a little worried if Billy Beane comes aboard, because that means that now Billy Beane's not going to say no to Sandy. Sandy's going to be running things from afar, or if he's not running things, he's going to keep on being in Billy Beane's ear. And I don't want that at all. I want the guy who comes in to make the decisions, have nobody telling him what to do, and is the only guy that's dealing with player acquisition. That's what I want. And that's the whole thing with Billy Beane. I think Billy Beane is perfect as a president of baseball ops guy or a GM for a small market team, because he knows how to do it. But there's a few people, and I even had this argument with people on Twitter. Why would you want Billy Beane? What has he done? What has he accomplished? He's accomplished winning seasons with the Oakland A's, 88 to 92 wins almost every year for the most part. They've been a competitive team, but they won absolutely nothing. Isn't the point here to bring someone in here who has actually won, or who is actually constructing a team that could be contenders for the World Series, which is Theo Epstein, what David Stern has done with this Brewers team, who is actually be very, very one of the best executives in baseball. Billy Beane has done nothing. Oakland A's make the playoffs, they lose in the first round. It just shows that they don't have the right type of players to get these guys over the hump, to get them to the next level. And it's been every year with the Oakland A's. They're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. They're about 2 games out of the second wild card, and they have to deal with the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. So, they're a team that can't even win a division. They're not going to probably make the wild card or make the playoffs. So we're going to hire a guy in a small market who's done a solid job, no doubt about it. But he been his whole career in a small market team in the front office. Why do we just think that he's going to be great with a whole bunch of money in a big market with tons of pressure when he has no pressure in Oakland at all? Theo Epstein is the guy, guys. It's just that simple. It's not hard to figure out. It's really not. Theo Epstein, I don't care what you got to do. Partial ownership, you got to give him a couple of percentage of ownership. You want to give him, if he wants $15 million a year, you give it to him. This guy knows how to build teams. He's a winner. He's won with 2 teams who haven't won in 100 years. That's not something to let go or not do everything you can to get him. Now, if the Mets try to do everything they can to get him and he declines, fine. You can't do nothing about that. But please, guys, everything. Like I said, I'm not going to be mad if the Mets want to go after David Stearns. I think that's a solid move. But the best move, and a lot of people can agree, is Theo Epstein. Billy Beane is number 3. And I said that in my video. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I break down everybody and exactly why each person is rated the way I rated them from 1 to 3, Billy Beane is number 3 on my list out of the 3 guys. Theo Epstein's number 1, David Stern's number 2. I would be happy, really ecstatic about Theo Epstein, but I would be really happy if David Stearns is the guy that's chosen. I would not be mad at that at all because he is a solid executive. He knows what he's doing. He's in a middle market team. He's in a mid-market team. The Brewers' salary, payroll is about mid-level throughout Major League Baseball. They're not the Oakland A's that's the bottom half. So I think David Stearns would be a better guy. He's a New York guy, which I like. I like that grit. He's not going to be afraid of the pressure here. I think Billy Beane, just like you've seen him as a player when he was a top prospect for the Mets, he folded under the pressure. He was never that good. I think he's going to be the same type of executive as he was a player in New York. I think the pressure will get to him. He'll make stupid moves with the money he has. And I don't want to have another 2 or 3 seasons when we brought in the Mo Vaughns of the world, the Jeremy Bennett's of the world, the Roberto Alomars of the world. I don't want to see that type because that's what happened when you let players, when you let executives run rampant with your team who don't have the confidence and don't have the understanding of the pressures about New York. And what did they do? What did they do? They made stupid decisions, spent a lot of money to bring in these guys, and it completely destroyed the team for how many years? Money-wise, and when you get rid of those players, you have to replace them. So you replace them with worse players or young players coming up from your farm system who are not that good. And that's why the Mets go through these problems every year. You have to be smart and methodical what you do. And Theo Epstein is the best guy for the job. And I seen a couple of more. And Bill, I don't think he's going to take a 2-year deal. I think Bill's right on the money there. Ghostway, 4 to 5 years, 95 to 110. I think that's exactly what he's looking for. And he's going to get it. If the Mets don't give it to him, somebody's going to give it to him. And you know what? You got to look at the crosstown rivals, the Yankees as well. Because, you got to remember, they're probably not going to re-sign Kluber. They got Cortez, who's looking like a solid guy in their rotation. Severino's just about to come back, so we'll see how he is. I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees go after Marcus Stroman to be their number 2 or number 3 because they really don't have anybody. Tyone is a 1-year deal, so he's probably going to be gone. So they need to fill that rotation. And be careful with the Yankees. So, if you're going to battle against the Yankees with contracts, it's going to be a high contract. And like I said, I don't think Stroman's going to be terrible after he gets his contract, but he's not going to be what people seen him this year. And I think people are expecting the guy that you've seen this year going forward. And I don't believe that's going to happen. RG, where do you get don't know where you get the motivation of streaming these games. You get used to it as a Met fan. I think most of you guys know, you're a diehard. There's a lot to talk about other than the game, even though we're going to talk about the game, watch the game and everything like that. But there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of moving parts. This team looks like it's going to get flipped on its side, and a lot of players are going to be moved around. Some players are going to come in. Some players are going to leave. It's a lot to talk about. That's what it's here for, Yeah, Bill, exactly. I think he's going to get at least 4 years at the best. Hayden, what's up? Karen, what's up? So, guys, we got about a minute until game time, so I'm going to roll everything up here and share the screen for game day. You already know how it is. Just give me a second. Let me get it going. Alrighty, there we go. So we got the beautiful background of Fenway Park. The 7 line is there today, guys. So tonight, so you're gonna hear a lot of Met fans here tonight. I think it's about 1,400 Met fans, if I'm not mistaken. That is at Fenway. That's just the 7 line, so it's gonna be very, very, very loud for the Mets tonight. Not a lot to cheer about, but the 7 line always brings it. So the game's about to start. Boston's wearing their city edition jerseys, them ugly yellow and blue. So you'll think you're playing. I don't know who you think you're playing. It looks like a college team. It looks like UCLA. But the Mets are wearing their road grays. God, those jerseys are so ugly. I mean, I get it with the whole city edition with the yellow. Mostly, it represents the Boston Marathon and all that, and the flag and the city's flag and all that. But oh, Woody is at the game. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. The Mets didn't do a City Connect. I mean, they did the black jerseys, but I don't think they were considered that. Hayden said he would love the manager, Bob Melvin. I wouldn't be against it, but again, he takes the team. I know he won, with the Diamondbacks, but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't took this team to the promised land with Oakland. So, but I mean, it's a solid move. I wouldn't be mad. But here we go, guys. The game's about to start. Let's go, Mets, guys. Nimmo is leading off. Nimmo, great season. 299, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. Obviously, he missed a lot of time, so his stats are not big. But here we go, guys. The yellow Boston team. Sorry, here, the Let's Go Mets chants in the background. They're probably going to show the 7 line soon. They're all wearing blue tonight. But here we go, guys. Let's go. I believe they're in right field, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I see them. They're down the right field line. So, see how that goes. Let's see if Nimmo can start it off for us, guys. It does look like a 40 and older softball league. It really does. I don't dislike the jerseys, but they're just not nice to look at. That yellow, God, they're lucky it's not dead of the summer where them bumblebees are going to come after them. Once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, please hit on that like button. If you're new to the channel, say what's up in the chat, guys. Don't be shy. Hit on that subscribe button, and let's have some fun tonight. And let's get that Mets victory, guys. Let's go. The Boston Bananas. And Nimmo takes strike 3 on the outside corner, so 1 out, guys. So Eduardo Escobar looks like he has his location tonight, that's for sure. He doesn't throw very hard, but it's a really nice pitch. Yeah. It was very outside that pitch. You'll see it here. Yeah, that was a strike. That was for sure. It was a nice pitch. Yeah, Michael, it's interesting. It's an interesting combination. I'd rather have the light blue jersey with, I guess, the yellow hat, but my God, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. All right, so Francisco Lindor is batting right-handed tonight, batting second, 229, 17 home runs, 53 RBIs. Obviously a down season for Lindor, but the second half, he's been much, much better for this Mets team. Unfortunately, he got hurt, which I think hurt this team a lot. 0-2 on Lindor, guys. I still like Lindor batting right-handed. I love him right-handed. I think Fenway is one of my favorite stadiums. I've been there twice. I really like it. And Lindor hits a foul, so still 0-2 count. Fenway is one of my favorite parks. I like the upgrades they've done. Obviously, the outside, if you really look at it, it's falling apart, but they take care of it very well. Come on, Frankie, let's go. Start it off. All right, see what Frankie can do here, guys. And he takes one just outside for a ball one. All right, ball 2 up and into Lindor, so 2-2 count. Once again, guys, don't forget to hit on that like button, guys. Lindor hits a ground ball to second, and a very nice play to get Lindor at first. So 2 outs. Well, there wasn't a very nice 2-2 swing. It was a little slap swing. It wasn't, he tried to hit it through the hole, but it wasn't very good. And I don't know if you guys can actually hear the music outside my window, but unfortunately they're having a little bit of a party, I guess. And Cohen's talking about about watching the Red Sox and looking at that yellow jersey. So we got 2 outs, guys. Nimmo struck out, Lindor grounded out, and we got Javi Baez, who's batting third tonight, which he should have been batting third for a while. They left him in the 6th spot way too long. And Baez hits one to short. It looks like it's going to end the inning, and it does. So 1-2-3 inning for the Red Sox, and we're going to the bottom of the first, guys. Yeah, I wasn't mad about that. It wasn't a great swing, but he tried to get through the hole. You saw he was playing a shift on him, and second baseman made a nice play. So I think he's going to be more. Excuse me. I think he's going to be more consistent, Lindor. Like I said, I think he just had that culture shock coming to New York, and I think it hurt him. I think it would mess with his head in the first half. So, but you know what? Everybody has bad seasons. Just so happens the Mets have a lot of players that have bad seasons this year. Trying to show you a picture of the 7 line being over there. Yeah, there we go. So here we go, guys. That's the 7 line outside of Fenway. Very, very deep. I think it's about 1,300, 1,400, if I'm not mistaken. We'll definitely see how that goes. So, guys, what do you think? Predict the score tonight, guys. What do you think the score is going to be? Think the Mets going to win? Mets going to lose? Think it's going to be a very easy win for the Red Sox? Let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think. So the Red Sox lineup is Hernandez, Schwarber, Bogarts, Devers, Martinez, Verdugo, Dalbec, Vasquez, and Iglesias. So it's a rough lineup. As you know, Schwarber killed us with the Nationals, hitting all those home runs. Karen goes, Mets will win. What do you think the score will be, Karen? 4-2 Boston Bananas. All right. 1-0 to the Bananas. So Stroman's 9-12 record with a 2.88 ERA. So we'll see if Stroman can shut this lineup down. My prediction, I'm going to go with the Mets played a lot of one-run games, so I'm going to go 4-3 Mets. Yep, I hear the 7 line right now. Let's go, Mets. All right, ground ball to Davis to see if he can. Oh, I think he's okay. Yeah, 1 out. He double clutched, so it scared me a little bit. His Dominic Smith's 7th start of the season at first base. All right, so Schwarber is up on 1 out, guys. There you go, Karen. 3-2. See, I feel like it's going to be a 1-run game, too. The Mets love playing those 1-run games. And strike 2, foul tip. 0-2 to Schwarber. All right, so it's a 1-2 count to Schwarber. And Schwarber pops it up and out of play. Michael, what moves would you make during the offseason? There's a few. I would either get Castellanos or Chris Bryant. I think that's one of the biggest moves the Mets should make. I'm not sure. I think it's going to come down to two of the 3 players are going to be gone between Davis, Smith, and McNeil. I think one of them are going to stay. I think that's another big thing. I do think the Mets are going to sign Marcus Stroman to a deal, and I do think they're going to give a qualifying offer to Noah Syndergaard. So that seems like what my moves that I would make. But, like I said, there's so many things that can go differently. Like, we don't even know who the front office is going to be. So, it's hard to figure out moves when you don't know who's going to be running the team, basically. And Schwarber's staying alive, 2-2 still. All right, so it's a ground ball, and McNeil and Lindor gets him out. I don't know why Lindor cut away from Baez, so that was a little dangerous. But 2 outs, that was dangerous. So 2 ground balls so far for Stroman. That's what we like to see. I mean, the sinker is working. Yo, Hayden, I don't know, man. I don't know. It must be that Florida connection, man. They got the wrong wires going on. Got the wrong optics, man. Yeah, Michael, that's a situation that you can't really think about when you're trying to make your team better. Because if they're not going to perform in New York and they perform somewhere else, that means they couldn't perform in New York. It's just that simple, There you go, Hayden. Blame MLB TV. They're slow ass. Oh, I honestly, between Davis, McNeil, and Smith, I think they're gonna keep McNeil. I just feel like he has a better chance of bouncing back to his original self. And I'm not sure about Dom. I don't think so. I don't think JD Davis is that good. He's a hitter, but he's not good enough in the field to be an everyday player. It's just that simple. And Dominic Smith, I'm not sure. He had a 60-game season that was very good. Are you judging him just based off of that 60-game season? At least McNeil had a full year of 320, 330 average and played very well. At least you can go off of McNeil's full year. You can't judge 60 games with Dominic Smith and think he's going to be a great offensive player. And he's not even playing his natural position, which is another tough thing. Bogarts is good, Karen. How many times? Remember, all those years ago, it was supposed to be that Harvey for Mookie Betts and Xander Bogarts all those years ago, and Met fans were like, no. It would have been nice to have Mookie and Xander Bogarts right now, no? We would have won that trade. All right, so we got a 2-2 count to Bogarts right now. And, just outside. That was close. Look how close this is, guys. When you see it up on your screen, it was very close. Just missed the outside corner. Just missed. Oof. That's a tough call, though. Tough call. Look at that. All right, full count to Bogarts. Oh, where was that pitch? Where was that pitch? That pitch was more of a strike than the other one. That pitch was right on the corner. What the hell? Umpires are already screwing us. I don't know. Oh, God. Freaking umpires. That pitch was. Look what that pitch. It's a strike. It's a freaking strike. Ryan, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. All right, so Rafael Devers is out with is at the plate right now with 2 outs. Bogarts walked and he's on first right now. Once again, guys, please hit on that like button. Don't forget to please hit on that like button. Let's get this stream out to more people, guys. More people, more fun. It always gets interesting in the middle of the game. You get a whole lot more people, and it's because of you guys hitting on that like button. So most importantly, hit on that like button, guys. Most extra base hits. Devers is 1, Castellanos is 2. Oof, wicked swing by Devers for that slider. Thank you, Ryan. Devers is one of my favorite players. I like him a lot. Yeah, the ump's been bad. That call against Bogarts was on the inside corner for strike 3, and they didn't call it. So 1-1 to Devers, guys. Ball 2. Yeah, I agree, Bill. It seems like Stroman gets squeezed a little bit more than some pitchers. All right, so that's a line drive right to Conforto for the 3rd out. Going to the top second. Yes, Ryan, I can't get copyrighted for that. I actually found that out. Actually, I wasn't sure about that because I remember I think it was during it might have been a couple of months ago. I actually played the game on the radio from my phone, and that wasn't an issue. But I wasn't. I also wasn't monetized, so there's a lot more copyright issues when you're that. So okay, I'll turn it down. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's funny. I don't even have the volume up loud. It's just the microphone picks up a lot. Yeah, that would be messed up, Ryan, if I get banned, right? But they won't ban me. They'll just demonetize this video, which kind of stinks because usually the live videos get a lot of views and donations and all that fun stuff. Once again, guys, we got 12 viewers. We had up to 18 before, so it's fluctuating between that, which is very common around this time. Actually, I usually have less, but in the middle of the game it gets bigger, so it's a pretty good stack of people right now. Hit on that like button, guys. I know some people haven't, but that's okay. But try to hit on that like button if you enjoy the stream. But the Mets we're going to the top of the second right now. No score. Stroman looked good, keeping the ball down. Got screwed over a inside corner call that they called a ball. That should have been a strike. But what can you do? So it's kind of funny how like the Mets broadcast is not in Fenway, but they went to Washington. These COVID rules are stupid. All right, so Pete Alonso is up. He's leading off in the top second. Yeah, Ryan, I see. I know the 7 lines there. They're in right field. Unfortunately, I couldn't get off work later tonight, so I couldn't go. Unfortunately, I bought the ticket, but I realized last week I couldn't get off, so I gave it to somebody that wanted to go. So at least the ticket was used. So it's a 1-1 count to Pete Alonso. See if Pete got some power for the Green Monster. And it makes no sense. Look at the pitch that Rodriguez just threw. It was an inside corner to the right-hander, exactly where Stroman's ball was, and they called his a ball and this one a strike. The inconsistency with these umpires, man, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, guys. As soon as game day wants to actually show you the third pitch, look where that pitch was. Exactly where Stroman pitched that ball, and they called it a strike. And Alonso swings and misses for strike 3. I know it's a little behind, but giving you quicker updates. That was a bad pitch. It was, it was a good pitch. It was a changeup that started at the plate and just dropped. Yeah, Michael, I get that. But you know what? Being a surgeon is a hard job. But 9 times out of 10, they do a very good job. These umpires, they're like 50-50. It's a joke. You can't be that bad. Your whole career is over this. Your whole job. You get trained to do this. And it's not like they've been doing this for like a year. All of these guys have been doing it for years and years and years. Hayden, I know. I'm sorry. Your boy, man. Yo, you got to give him some hidden instructions, Hayden. I don't know what he's doing swinging at that pitch. All right, so it's a 0-1 count to J.D. Davis, who just swung through a fastball. And another inside pitch that was exactly similar to Stroman, as you can see, strike 2. That was called. And Rojas is not happy. So it's an 0-2 count on JD Davis, guys. And he swings right through a 94 miles an hour fastball. So good morning, good afternoon, good night. It was that easy for JD Davis, right down the middle. And he was late on a 94 miles an hour fastball. This has been JD Davis all year. Could not hit a fastball. Has been late on so many fastballs all year. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Someone who's known for his hitting. Defensively, he's a joke. But he's supposed to be a really good hitter. And he's been a disaster this year. All right, so Michael Conforto is up with 2 outs with nobody on. He just took a ball. I'm telling you, JD Davis and Dominic Smith are gone. I'm telling you guys. You know, the Mets have had a problem with left-handers all year, which is very shocking. Michael Conforto's with 109 at-bats is hitting 183 and has no home runs out of his 12 this year from against the lefty. So, you know, it's of course the Mets. Almost every player on this team is having a down year besides Pete Alonso and Nimmo. It's crazy. Terrible, terrible guys. Very terrible. You know, Rodriguez must be a little deceptive because a lot of these batters right now are late on his 93, 94 miles an hour fastball. So he must be a little sneaky coming to the plate. So Conforto's got a full count. Come on, Michael. And Conforto hits one up the middle. It looks like it's going to be out. And that's it. 1, 2, 3 inning. Going to the bottom of the second, guys. Not looking good so far. Yeah, Ryan, you know what? Diehards, we watch every game, every inning. Even though we shouldn't, they don't deserve us to watch the older games, but what can we do, right? All we can do is just sit here and sulk. And we're very good at it, by the way. We have a lot of experience. Unfortunately, we can't put that on our resume. You know, it's crazy though. It's like you have that little bit of a sad, disappointed end of the season. You know, like you always go to the, you know, like I'll be going to the last game at home this year against the Marlins. And, you know, that's a little bit of a somber day. Like, oh, no more home games. That sucks. And then the last game of the season this year, it's away in Atlanta. So that sucks. But, you know, at the end of the year, you're disappointed. You're sad. Damn, we didn't make the playoffs. But after that, you take a deep breath. There's no more stress every day. They don't piss you off. It's great for at least until February. Cool spin. What's up, buddy? Ryan. Yeah, I wasn't on board at first, but I think they should sign him. He showed a lot. He showed a lot of discipline at the plate over the last couple of weeks, and he's been our best hitter. And I think he deserves to come back. The contract. I am posting a video tomorrow about the Javier Baez contract. There's two contracts I think we have to look at, and I tell both of them in the video, so check that out tomorrow. It'll be posted around 1 o'clock tomorrow. Yep, Hayden, I said the same thing earlier, right when I started the stream. It just doesn't make sense. They're playing matchups. They played Pilar over McNeil, or they put McNeil over Davis, or Davis over McNeil. I don't know. I don't get it either. Makes no sense. But what do you expect, right? It's Rojas. It's the Mets analytical team and performance team and God knows what other team that decides these lineups, because it makes no sense. All right, guys. So it's the bottom of the second. JD Martinez is up, and it's a 1-1 count. And nice cutter for a strike. Swinging strike. All the balls by Stroman have been thigh, high, and lower, which is nice to see. That means his pitches is on tonight. His location is excellent. And he strikes out JD Martinez on a high fastball. Strike 1 out. Nice. Stroman's looking sharp, guys. Can actually give the Mets a chance tonight if they can score a run. So it's a little ground ball to in front of home plate. Nito gets up, throws it the first, 2 outs. Nice. Karen, we definitely are that. So we got 2 down, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Stroman's looking very sharp tonight. Dahlbeck is up right now, who's been very hot for the Red Sox. And his first pitch, foul ball. Looked like Dominic Smith might have a play, and he just missed, gets a little bit out of his reach in the Red Sox dugout. Almost had it. Almost. Almost did an Ike Davis. Ike Davis, he didn't do anything well except make catches on the dugout rail. So it's an 0-1 count to Dahlback, guys. Nice slider. 0-2. Michael, we do have hearts of steel. It leaks out oil every now and then, but we always repair it. We're like a Honda Civic. We find a way to keep on running. All right, so it's still an 0-2 count on Dahlback. And Stroman throws a slider outside, ball one. And a ground ball past Davis. He dove for it, but didn't get it. It's a first base hit for the Red Sox tonight, and Dahlback continues to be hot. Hector, yo, what's up, man? Hey, Hector, guess what? The Mets aren't losing yet. Yes. Yo, Hector, the 7 lines in Boston. So the catcher Vasquez is up with 2 outs and 1 on. Yeah, Hector. Unfortunately, I couldn't get off work. Then I go in at 1 o'clock tonight, so I couldn't get off. I had the ticket. I bought it about a month ago, but I just couldn't get off. Yeah, Hector. It's the last game, the road game of the year. Their last game is the last home game of the season against the Marlins, but their last road game for sure. Yeah, man, I really wanted to be there. I gave my ticket away, and they're showing a 7 line now. So 1-1 count to Vasquez. And Vasquez fouls it off 1-2. I gotta start being good at my job. Nah. How else I'm gonna bring this channel to you? I gotta make the money, man. Oh, I don't think he's showing off, but that's what he does. He's a showman. And a slider right to Stroman. Nice play, and is flips it to Smith. Footy out, going to the top of the third. No score. So, guys, we will go around the majors and see how everybody's doing. Cleveland is beaten. Let me see if that's the first game. No, it's not. Oh, we got a lot of games here. Oh, we're going back to yesterday. Whoops. My bad, guys. There we go. Cleveland is beating Kansas City 4-0. Cincinnati is tied 1-1 with Pittsburgh. Washington and Miami no score. Baltimore and Philly no score. Yankees lead the Rangers 1-0. The Mets are obviously playing now. Tampa Bay is leading Toronto 1-0. They do have the bases loaded. Chicago and Minnesota no score. St. Louis leading the Brewers 1-0. And the rest of the games are for tonight. Alrighty, guys. So that's your scores around the majors at the moment. Can I recap my rant on the other day? Which one? Seems like I do it daily around this on this channel. Well, you missed my rant earlier. I ranted about McNeil not playing not being in the lineup. Why do we have to have C. Pilar starting in a game when you're trying to actually go and check out the guys that you supposedly want on this team? All your starters should be playing. McNeil is healthy, play him. We know what Pilar is. Leave him on the bench. Listen, I do not want Billy Beane. I think he's a freaking disaster waiting to happen. He's freaking Sandy Alderson's puppet. He was his puppet in Oakland, and he got mentored by Sandy Alderson. Why would we want a guy who was mentored by Sandy Alderson? He's the exact same guy. He's Moneyball. Why do we want a guy who is basically educated by Sandy Alderson about Moneyball to bring him to an organization who finally has money, but you're going to bring in a guy who never had money to spend. Now you're going to give somebody who never knows what to do with money because he never had that opportunity. And you're going to put your organization in the hands of a guy who is an Oakland Athletics executive. Makes no sense to me. Really doesn't. Dio Epstein or David Stearns. That's it. I don't want nobody else. Billy Beane can keep his ass in Oakland. Maybe Bob Melvin, maybe. But Billy Beane can stay his ass in California. All right, so Pilar is up. It's a 1-1 count. No score going in the top of the third, guys. Look, exactly, Hector. That's exactly your comment's correct. But I think Billy Beane is perfect for the small market team. I think he knows what he's doing with limited resources. That's it. He's not going to have limited resources here. He's going to, it's like, and Pilar hits one, it looking like it's going to get caught by the left fielder, 1 out. So it's like somebody, I don't know how to put, okay, here, put it this way. It's like someone who is poor. It's a bad analogy, but it's all I can think of at the moment. Someone who is poor, like a homeless man on the street. Like a guy who buys a lottery ticket with the $2 he got, that he got from somebody, panhandling on the street, right? Plays the mega, wins $400 million, right? The guy has been homeless for years, probably doesn't know the concept of that money at this point. Now you give him all the money in the world that anybody can have. Do you expect him to be smart with it? It's a bad analogy, but that's all I can think of. I don't want to use that analogy because it doesn't feel right, but that's all I had to explain it. That's the way I feel like Billy Beane will be. He's not going to know what to do with it. And I feel like he's going to make more wrong decisions than right decisions with that money. And he might be he's the same guy. He is not the aggressive type of executive I'm looking for. He's just not. Yeah, exactly. It's that simple. So Dom Smith's up right now, 1-2 count. That's a great Ty Cobb quote. If you guys seen it. Yep. I think everybody is consistent. All the Met fans. Dio was the guy. So there was a quote by Ty Cobb. The way all these clubs shift on Ted Williams, I can't understand how he can be so stupid and not hit the ball to left field. Ooh. You're going to see this pitch, guys. It's not even close to the plate inside. And they called him strike 3, but Stroman's not getting the calls. It's not even close. Not even close. It's not even close. Jesus. Look where that ball was, guys. That ball wasn't even close. It was in the batter's box. All right, so Tomas Nido is at bat with 2 outs. That ball wasn't even close, guys. Wasn't even freaking close. You know, I don't know if Bochy wants to come out of retirement. He don't have nothing to prove. You know, he won all those championships with the Giants. I like him a lot, but I don't think they're gonna get him out of retirement. I would like Bruce Bochy, but I don't think he's gonna come out of retirement. Again, I think the candidates. I don't know if the Mets are gonna go the first year manager route. I think they want somebody with experience. You know, maybe they'll get Bob Melvin from Oakland. Maybe they'll get. I feel like Buck Showalter is the guy, but that's just me. And just so you know, guys, the Nito pitch right here, you're going to see it pop up on your screen. It's the exact same pitch that he called Dominic Smith on. And it's in the left-hand batter's box. So I don't get it. Look. He called that a ball. That's exactly where the pitch was that he called out Dom Smith. It's ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. So it's a 2-2 count to Nito with 2 outs. Top 3. Full count. You know, Michael, listen. If you're going to be cocky, if you're going to have an attitude, if you're going to be the guy who's a showman and show up the umpire is going to get pissed off. And that's going to work against you. It's typical of these umpires. And Nito hits a base hit up the middle. So there we go. Get something going here. Top of the order. Brandon Nimmo coming up. I don't know if I think Bruce Bochy and the Giants had like a mutual agreement to leave or to split away. I don't know why. Well, if he wants to manage, then the Mets got to go get him. But again, does he want to come to a situation where, you know, it probably will be a good situation, but there's a tons of pressure on him. And I don't know if he wants that, to be honest with you. I mean, he has nothing to prove. So. All right, so it's 1 out, 2 outs. Nito on first. Brandon Nimmo up with an 0-1 count. And Nimmo takes just inside, which, again, it's a ball that would have been called a strike earlier against a Met, and now it's a ball. I just don't get it. Come on, Brandon. Ball 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Hector. I just think he's bored. Or he was bored with the Giants, but it's like, I don't know if he wants to take that much pressure on and become the Mets manager. Maybe he does. Maybe he wants a challenge. I don't know. Because it will be a challenge. But I don't know if they're gonna get him out of retirement. And Newell fouls it off, 2-2 count. Come on, Brandon. And it's a slider. Well, it should have been a strike. It was on the plate. You'll see it on your screen. But it didn't call it a strike. I just don't. It's close. Of course, you get credit. I don't know if I'll be a nice guy and give it to you. But yeah, why not? All right, Brandon. 3-2 count. Nito's going to be running on the pitch. And Nito takes one right down the middle, about about a little bit under the letters for strike three. It was a strike. Going to the bottom of the third. No score. It's Fan Appreciation Week, the last homestand of the season. Damn right, you got to be appreciating us. We deal with so much crap. Yo, yo, honestly, Michael, it does look like Columbia. But seriously, they look like one of the teams that would be playing softball on a Sunday at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if anybody saw the ceremonial first pitch for the Cubs. It was Conor McGregor. He throws it like 20 feet to the right. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you'll see it there. Like, Jesus, look where he threw that ball. That's crazy. Yeah, I think it's a cell phone company. Whoops. There we go. Just give me a second, guys. Gotta fix something really quick. 1 second, guys. All right. Here we go. All right, I'm back. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the third. Stroman's looking good so far, only 35 pitches going into the third. I was actually at the game when 50 Cent, yep, exactly. 50 Cent made that. Actually, yeah, it was that one. 50 Cent was terrible. And then he hit the camera guy in the nuts with that pitch. But I think Conor McGregor, you got to check it out, Hector. He threw the first pitch out at the Cubs game, and it was worse than 50 Cent's throw. It wasn't even close. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to put the screen. All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so Iglesias just hit a double down the line. So it's a leadoff double. He's been good. He's been very good. Yeah, man, it was bad. But Conor McGregor, I think he beats 50 Cent. All right, Stroman, got to keep it. Let's go. All right, so Kiki is up right now. And Hernandez takes a ball, but it's actually called a strike. You can't make it up, guys. You really can't. Oh, and he hit Kiki Hernandez on the right elbow. I think they're trying to say he swung, but I don't think so. Yep. He didn't swing. So first and second, nobody out, guys. With the big boys coming up. Oh boy, here we go. It seems like Stroman always has one of these innings. Yeah, he gets a strike that's called a ball. That second pitch, look at that. It was on the outside corner. It wasn't even on the outside corner. All right, so Kyle Schwarber's up. He grounded out in the first inning, but he's coming to the plate with 2 men on and nobody out. Oh boy. Dom Smith for JD Martinez. I don't think the Red Sox would do that, honestly. That'd be stupid of the Red Sox. Yeah, the Red Sox wouldn't make that trade. They'd be stupid to make that trade. And where would Dom Smith play? They're not going to put him in left field. And Stroman seems like he lost the plate a little bit. Nito's going to the mound to talk to him. And besides, the Red Sox got Dahl back to play first base, so Dominic Smith, again, won't have an old position. So once again, guys, first and second, nobody out for the Red Sox in the third inning. That's not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. Here we go again, guys. Ah, Lord. It never fails, guys. It just never fails. Same crap with this team. Same crap. Sorry, just trying to get comfortable on my chair, guys. And it's a ball 3. Oh boy. That's not good, guys. Not good. And you got Bogarts on deck. Stroman lost it a little bit. I think he's getting frustrated with the umpire a little bit. And he throws a strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Yep, Michael. It seems like it. Seems like it's not going to be a pretty inning for the Mets. Ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now, when Stroman gets frustrated with the umpire, and we've seen it, I think it was in, I'm not sure who it was against. It might have been Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, and he just lost it ever after that. But, I mean, after the double and the hits batsman, he just lost the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out, with Xander Bogaerts coming to the plate. This is not going to be good, guys. At all. Oh boy. I'm scared to look. David, how you doing? Tough inning? You ain't kidding. Oh, Lord. Once again, guys, sorry for all the disappointment this Mets teams have given us, but please hit on that like button, guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, guys. I would really do appreciate it. Another ball by Stroman. Jesus Christ. God damn it. This team's driving me to drink. Oh, Michael. Why would I not be surprised if that happens? It would make this season perfect, actually. It's exactly what happened all year. It's just not looking good. Stroman's lost right now. Oh, nice slider. That would have been ball 2, but that was a nice pitch. Yes, he said drink. Yo, where's them Casamigos at, man? Oh, Stroman was never that good. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's loving, Stroman's having a great year. So you're going to give him a contract over the 1 year he has a good year. Got to be careful with that. All right, so it's a 1-1 count to Bogarts, guys. See if Stroman can sneak his way through this inning. Another slider for strike. Ooh, he just swung at another ball. That was a good pitch. 2 good pitches by Stroman. See if Stroman can strike him out. It's a nice slider. Oh, yeah, Hector. You know I'll be there. What month is it? I'm not even sure. Come on, Stro. All right, threw that slider in the dirt. 2-2. He tried to get him to bite, but he didn't bite. He bite the last 2 pitches, but not this time. Come on, Stro. And now, I'm not sure I don't know. The pitching coach is going to the mound for some reason. All right, guess not. Looked like Hefner was coming out, but I guess not. Hector, I'm ready for that blue nectar, man. All right, June, perfect. I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to book it. And this looks like a double play ball. Yeah. Davis to home. Nito the first double play. A 5-2-3 double play, baby. Nice. That's exactly what we needed. That was a great play. Breaking news. J.D. Davis made a great defensive play. Breaking news. J.D. Davis has made a great defensive play. What a play. He gets a golf clap. I was waiting for him to throw it away. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. Stroman with the fist pump. Yeah. That's what I like, baby. It's that East Coast right there. All right, we got 2 down with Rafael Devers up at the plate, second and third. So he's not out of the woods yet. A base hit here can score 2 runs. Once again, guys, if you just tuned in, please hit on that like button. The Mets made a nice double play to get 2 outs, no score. David Bogart to the ground ball to third base. Davis throws it home. Nito throws it to first for the 5-2-1 double play. It's a really nice play. Let's go, Stro. Get out of this inning. No runs, baby. Come on, Stro. Get out of it. Yo, Hector, I think you got to save all your drinks for the Jets and the Giants because they're garbage. Garbage. Woo-wee. 1-1 count to Devers. That was a great play by Davis. Hit it. Come on, Stro. And a slider that was right down the middle looks like it's going to pop up. Hopefully, Pilar got it. And yeah, we get out of the inning, baby. Nice. That was beautiful, guys. That was nice. Good defense. Good pitching by Stroman to get out of that huge dram. Bases loaded, nobody out. I like it. I like it. Typical Cowboys fan. Yo, we America's team, baby. We're America's team and we don't even win. How about that? Once again, guys, breaking news. JD Davis has made a defensive play. ESPN top 10. I'm having some fun tonight, guys. No sleep going to work. I'm going to love it. Woo. My boss is going to hate my ass tonight. Since we're on commercial break, guys, Stroman got out of a bases loaded, no outs jam, giving up no runs. Nice double play turn by JD Davis and Nito. And Stroman got Devers to pop up to give no runs in the bottom of the third. We're going to the top of the fourth, guys. Lindor, Baez, Alonso are the 3 batters coming up in the fourth. Once again, guys, don't forget, please hit on that like button, guys. 16 viewers right now. We have 11 likes. Somebody's not pressing that like button, guys. Hit on that like button, guys. If you're new to the channel, say what's up in the chat. Don't be shy, guys. Say what's up and hit on that subscribe button. Once again, guys, Super Chat is live, guys. I really do appreciate it if you can donate to the channel. All them donations go straight towards the channel. Anything that goes to the channel, I try to upgrade whatever I can for the channel. I'm working on a merchandise line for the channel. T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, accessories like coffee mugs, these big boys here, tumblers, water bottles, shot glasses. Everything that I'm working on right now is getting in the works right now. So probably in about a week or 2, I'll have that up so you guys I can put the link up so you can purchase whatever you want to purchase. And I'm working on, we got fanny packs, we got travel bags. What else do we got? I'm trying to think of everything that I'm working on. Let's see. Biker shorts, whole bunch of fun stuff. So that's going to be fun, guys. As soon as that launches, I will let you guys know, and we'll have a lot of fun. Hector, I just saw your message. I'll text you in a few minutes. I'm working with a Teespring right now that's connected with YouTube. So, but I will definitely let you know, find out about that because that would be good. Michael wants to collab with Hector, me, and Hayden. Well, Michael, you're gonna get your wish. Hopefully, we can all work it out. Me, Hayden, and Hector. See if we can figure that out. You know, we don't got many games to go, but we'll definitely try our best to make that happen. All right, so Lindor got a 3-1 count to lead off the inning. No score right now in top 4. And ball 4, Lindor takes a walk. Here we go. All right, cool. So I'll work it with Hayden and see if we can all get together. Like I said, we were able to do it with our football channel with me and Hector. If you guys are a football fan, please subscribe to me and Hector's channel. We do NFL picks every week, and we go live during big games of the week like Sunday night, Monday night football, Thursday night football. So this the link is on my channel. It's Robin Hector's NFL picks. You just gotta type it in, check it out, subscribe to the channel, and see how we do with our picks. And I don't think our picks are looking so good so far, Hector. They don't look good at all. All right, so Javi Baez is swinging at balls out of the strike zone again, but it's an 0-2 count. Lindor took a walk, so he's on first with nobody out. So let's see if Baez can get back in this count because he swung at 2 balls that weren't even close to the strike zone. I don't even think the first pitch is very. It wasn't really a good pitch. That on the screen right there, it looked a little higher. Come on, Javi. Let's get it going. And Baez hits one base hit through the shortstop hole. First and second, nobody out, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes Hayden's boy, Pete Alonso, coming to the plate with 2 men on, nobody out. Here we go. I feel it. I feel like we have to score runs after the great defensive play and getting out of that jam. It always gets the other team down when they don't score when they had opportunity, and the team, the next half inning, scores some runs. Hayden wants a home run. Come on, Pete. That green monster's calling you. Exactly, Hector. Let's go. Alonso hits a home run. I will Venmo. Come on, Pete. Ball 1. All right. Let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets. Hector, he would have swung out of his shoes with that ball in the dirt. Yo, Hector, I'm going to make sure I take my glove with me when I get to Houston and play some catch. Our arms might have some cobwebs in it, but that's okay. Come on, Pete. And he takes one high, ball 2. All right, here we go. Looked like the same scenario the Mets were in last inning with the Red Sox with the bases loaded. It's getting a little fishy for this Red Sox team, right? Yeah, Hector, for sure. I remember the last time I thrown a baseball. It's been years. All right, Pete, come on. 2-0 count. This is your pitch right here. Oof, fouls it back. That was a pitch to hit. Missed it. It's on the outside corner, but that was a pitch to hit. Fastball right down the outside corner. Oof. Yeah, he missed it. You know, he was a little behind on it. A little. He uppercutted that screen a little bit, got just under that ball to foul it off. So 2-1 count. So it's still in his favor. And Pete takes ball 3. All right, here we go. Have a feeling Rodriguez is going to throw a fastball right down the middle. So Pete better be ready. Come on, Pete. Put some runs on the board. Let's go, Pete. Come on, Pete. Ball 4, bases loaded. The exact same situation the Mets were in last inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. And now the Mets got bases loaded, nobody out. Let's see if we don't mess this up like the Red Sox did. Once again, guys, please hit on that like button if you haven't already. Mets got bases loaded, nobody out with J.D. Davis coming to the plate. Let's see if J.D. Davis can do what Jeff McNeil and Dominic Smith did on Sunday and finally come through offensively. Did J.D. Davis struck out his first at bat? He looked really bad on 3 pitches. He basically got beat by all 3 fastballs, which is not good. I'd take a home run. That'd be nice. All right, let's go. Come on, JD. JD is so due. Yeah, thank God we don't, man. We'd be in trouble with our arm. All right, ball 1. All right, here we go. I feel a rally coming. I call base it. I call a double off the Green Monster. I swung at a bad freaking cutter. Jesus Christ. The Mets special, sack fly. That was a bad pitch to swing at. He had the count in his favor. I want to know. You know, just look for a sack fly here. Why not? You know? Don't do anything. Don't try to be the hero. Just get a sack fly, get one run in, move the runner over to third. Ball 2. Let's go. Let's go. And it's raining in Boston. And of course, what would happen? The Mets will probably hit a grand slam, and then it'll rain, and then they'll call the game. Come on, JD. 2-1 count. It's in your favor. Look fastball right here. Again, swings through a fastball. This guy cannot hit a fastball all freaking year, guys. All year. 2-2 count. Come on, JD. You freaking bum. I can't believe this guy can't hit a fastball. And he hits one. He finally caught up to a fastball and fouls it off to right field. Jesus. You know what would be in that sandwich? Crap. That's what would be in there. 19 live viewers, guys. The Mets got bases loaded, nobody out. J.D. Davis at the plate. 2-2 count. Stick around, guys. See if the Mets can do some damage to Rodriguez and the Red Sox. Hit on that like button, guys. You're new to the channel, hit on that subscribe button. Let's go, Mets. J.D. Davis. Let's see if he can come through in the top of the 4th. Mets can do some damage here. Got the Red Sox on the ropes right now. Bases loaded, nobody out. You had to see Michael. If you remember the LA game, I was in the Mets Dodgers game in LA. Ball 4. Oh, ball 3. Sorry, guys. Sorry, got a little ahead of myself. Ball 3. Full count. All right, big pitch here. He's probably going to throw a fastball. Let's go, JD. I think you have to look fastball here. If he throws a slider and you're not expecting it, he strikes you out. I'd rather see that. Do not swing and miss on a fastball. All right, he fouled it off. He threw a slider. Stood alive. I'm a little shocked by that, but let's see. Yeah, I'm a little shocked he threw a slider there. But, baseball is not the same anymore. 3-2 pitch used to always be a fastball. It might have been outside corner, inside corner, but it never used to be a changeup or a curveball. 7-line Army is up on their feet, clapping, cheering. Come on, JD. Ball 4 takes it low. 1-0 Mets. That was close. That was very close. Very, very close. All right. 1-0 Mets. Good at bat by JD. Good at bat. That was close though, guys. That was really close. That ball could have been any way. You'll see it on your screen just now. It was just below the strike zone mark. Oh, that was close, man. Look at that pitch. You know what? I wouldn't have been mad if the umpire called that a strike. It was very close. All right, Michael Conforto, here he goes. Can he get that grand slam? Let's see. I'll take a base hit, but see if Michael Conforto can float one to left field over the Green Monster. Still nobody out. Mets lead 1-0. Bases loaded. Michael Conforto at the plate, guys. Here we go. And Conforto swings through a fastball. That's a pitch he should have drove, man. He missed it. Not a good swing. Not a good swing. Lord. Come on. Oh, Conforto just missed that one. He was on that pitch. Fastball outside corner. 1-2 count to Conforto. Got to score more than one run here, guys. We might not get this opportunity again. Come on, Michael. Yeah, the starters, they were good in the first 3 innings. First 2 innings. And then they started to get a little shaky this last inning and a half. And Michael hits a base hit in the shift. That should be a run, maybe 2 runs. Here we go. Alonso's out. All right, 2-0 Mets. So base hit for Conforto right to the left side of the shift. Pete Alonso tried to score, but didn't for some reason. I'm not sure. Alonso didn't have good base run, actually. Pete Alonso basically jogged to third base. Probably wasn't expecting to get called home, but wasn't a good base run in play. But he was tagged out. But the Mets did score a run on the base hit for Conforto. Baez scored first and second, 1 out. And Kevin Pillar's at the plate. So let's see if we can get some more runs here. We still got some damage that we can do here. Yeah, it looks like they're showing the replay right now. Pete Alonso was just jogging nice and slow, and then DeScalfani, the third base coach, started to wave Pete Alonso around. He was waving him around the whole time, so Pete Alonso didn't pick up his coach. So that was Pete's fault on that way. Yeah, he didn't miss. He messed that up. It was bad base running for sure. He should have been running hard. He might have still been out at the plate, but it would have been closer than what it was because that was just this bad base running. You don't see that from Alonso though. He's usually running hard. Oh, Hayden, that was definitely on Alonso. He didn't pick up his base coach until he was too late. DeScalfani should have never sent him, but he was sending him the whole time. As soon as the ball was hit, he was sending him. Pete didn't hustle to third base. That was the problem. He thought he was going to get held up, and you can't assume. Can't assume. Yeah, they're showing it again. He was just jogging around. Yeah, definitely. Pete should have been running hard the whole time. He would have still been out most likely, but it would have been much closer. But that's on Pete there. Third base coach should have never waved him around, but I don't think he was waving him around as soon as the ball was hit. So Pete wasn't picking up his coach until late. So that was bad base running. I hate to get on Pete there because he's usually always a hustler, but he was wrong in that spot. Come on, Kevin. 0-2 count to Kevin Pillar. And Pillar hits a fly ball. It's shallow, but it catches it 2 outs. Damn. Oh, Fernando's here. Once again, guys, please hit on that like button. We got 20 viewers right now, guys. Hit on that like button, guys. You're new to the channel. Say what's up in the chat. Don't be shy, guys. We're all here to have fun. Beat up on the Mets. Have fun with the Mets. Boston fans, don't be shy if you're here. Say something. Don't be shy. Trash talking is welcome here. Just be respectful. So the Mets are leading 2-0. Top of the fourth. They had bases loaded, nobody out. They got 2 runs in. Bad base running by Pete. Didn't pick up his coach in time. So we got 2 outs. Dominic Smith up with first and second. So let's see if we can do a little bit more damage, get a couple more runs. Let's go. Come on, Dom. And Dom hits a ground ball, foul. 1-1. Yo, Fernando, aren't you a Yankee fan? Yeah, like I said, it always fluctuates like that. It did that a lot. It does that a lot. Like I say, the way they read the viewers is very odd. I kind of did a little bit of a test on it. Like I would go live. Obviously, it was a private live that only I can see it, but I would go on my phone and it would show that there's still no viewers, but I was there. So it's weird how they read it, though. And Dom fouls it off, still a 1-2 count. Yeah, it's very interesting when it comes to the viewers, how they decide to show that it's a viewer. Like, if the viewer stays on for a second, 10 minutes, it's very odd. Yeah, it's weird, though, because, like, when you end the live stream, like, you'll have, like, 20, like, I would have, like, the most, it would go up, like, 50 viewers. And when you end the live stream, you'll check it on your channel, and you'll see it says, like, 300 views. And it's like, how did that happen? So it's very odd. But I don't do this. I don't do the analytics here. You know, the Mets must use YouTube's analytics because the Mets suck. So, yo, Fernando, I put all the hashtags for the Red Sox, trying to get some Red Sox fans in here, just like we had the Philly fans in here. All right, so it's a 2-2 count to Dom Smith. First and second, 2 outs. Let's see if Dom can get some runs in. And Dom hits a ground ball the first, and it looked like they're going to get out of the inning. So the Mets get 2 runs. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll take 2 runs. At least it wasn't no runs or 1 run. So Mets lead 2-0 going to the bottom of the 4th, guys. Once again, guys, 20 live viewers right now. Really appreciate the support, guys. Checking in on the Mets versus Boston. Be with you until the end of the game, obviously. Hit on that like button, guys. Hit on that subscribe button. Don't forget, guys, Super Chat is live. If you want to donate to the channel, I really appreciate it. If you do, obviously, there's no obligation. But all the money that goes for donations to the channel will go directly to the channel. And I'm already in the works. If you're just tuning in, putting up some merchandise that I'm working on right now. Shirts, hoodies, accessories, like coffee mugs, tumblers similar to this, a tumbler with my logo, with slogans and all that fun stuff. I got fanny packs, I got socks, all that fun stuff. I'm going to get everything probably about a week or 2. Everything should be ready to go, just finalizing everything. So like I said, the money that is donated to the channel that I think a few people already done already, I really do appreciate it. That money's already going to a domain for a website, getting a company to work on all the artwork, the text and all that fun stuff, the logos and all that. And that's why I put up a post about the different logos, because they asked me to give them a logo so they can work with it. And that was what I'm deciding to do. So in about a week or 2, when everything's finalized, I'm going to set up a link on my channel on all the videos in the description about the link to that website, and you can buy whatever you want. And first time buyers, I'm going to give a discount code to everybody that supports my channel. So if you support the channel, you will get a discount code. I'm working with them right now. I got to see how that works out. Usually I can set up my own discount code. What they were telling me, you have to spend about, I think it's like $50 to start a discount code. So that's what I'm going to try to do. If you spend $50, I'll probably give you like a 10% discount or something like that, or whatever I'm allowed to do. But I'll figure that out, and then I'll let you guys know. All right, guys. So Stroman's on the mound, going to the bottom of the 4th. Mets lead 2-0. JD Martinez is at bat right now. So see if Stroman can be a little better than he was in the 3rd inning. Find his control again. Orioles are beating the Phillies 1-0. After this 4th inning, guys, I will go through the scores of the game. If you don't want to wait until then, at the top are the games that are going on right now. There's a few games that are still going on that I have to move over. So I'm going to move it over now so you guys can see some of the scores. Let's see. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Good. So it's a 1-2 count to JD Martinez. So Stroman right now got 58 pitches in a 4th. Not too bad. He threw a lot of pitches in the 3rd inning, so that's why his pitch count is a little high. It was kind of funny with Johan Santana, actually. I was at my girlfriend's house. It was late, and she was sleeping. And I was in a room watching the game, and it was weird because I didn't want to wake her up, and it was getting the 6th inning, the 7th inning, still a no-hitter. And and I'll never forget, I was so excited, and like I was jumping, like when you try not to wake anybody and you're jumping and you like trying not to bang the floor hard and scream. I was like, yes, yes, And then finally, I was like, no, what the hell with this? I'm waking her up. I woke her up. I'm like, I'm not gonna say her name. Woke her up, and she was like, what the hell do you want? I'm like, yo, I'm pitched a no hitter, and she goes, okay. I'm like, what? What do you? What? That was a fun thing. That was fun. And JD Davis just struck out, so 1 out for Boston. I got to see if they actually are do that. I don't think they do, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, Fernando for sure. But there's a lot of times in baseball history where a ball could have been foul, a guy could have been safe at a base or at first base, and they called him safe, called him out. A lot of things can happen, but you know what? There's always one play in a game that goes a certain way that could have went either way. So, like I said, it obviously was a double down the line. It was a base hit, but hey, listen, before replay, can't deal with it, right? You gotta deal with it. But it was a no hitter officially, and I don't know about the same old Mets. And strike three. So Stroman found his groove again and struck out Verdugo on 3 pitches, actually. Nice, nice, nice. Nice pitch. Woof. So Stroman's looking good right now. He's getting a little cocky on the mound, being a little showman right now. But that's Stroman. But yeah, once again, guys, I got about 25 items, mostly apparel, shirts with different kind of slogans, like my logo, the new logo I'm going to be using. The slogan that I have for real Met fans, stuff like that. It's got like Talkin Mets at Rob coming down the shirt. On the back, it says for real Met fans. I'll put the logo on the shirt as well. I got the socks are pretty cool. I don't think I have a picture of it, but let's see. I don't want to get every day. I got bucket hats. I got masks, cell phone cases. Gonna be fun. Fun. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the fanny pack looks like this. That's how it looks. So it's in the works right now. So I also got the travel bag that looks like this. And then what else I got? I got, like I told you, I got stickers coming, which is looking like that. What else I got? Let's see. Got coffee mugs. And these things come in different colors as well. Come in black with the orange lettering, blue with orange lettering. I got the bucket hat. It does say Talkin Mets at Rob, and it says Let's Go Mets on the rim. Let's see what else. I kind of like the iPhone case. It's pretty cool. Looks like that. It's got the logo on the top, Talkin Mets at Rob YouTube channel. What else? The Samsung case. Let's see. It's got the Gator mask, Talkin Mets at Rob YouTube channel, like that. 2-2 count, and it looks like it's a long fly ball to center field and gone off the wall, and it's a double. All right, so it's a double for Dahlback. Again, he's been hot, so it's 2-out double. I know, Michael. I know. Let's see what else we got here. This is one of the water bottles, like that. There is. I don't have the picture of it, but there is a tumbler. Like, let me give you a shot of it, like that. It's going to have my logo. On the other side, it's going to say Talkin Mets Roberts a wraparound. Logo is going to have my slogan on it and all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, I can't put LFGM because it's copyrighted by the freaking Mets and trademarked. But I could put Mets. I can't put New York Mets because it's trademarked. But I could put, like, Let's Go Mets because it's not trademarked by the Mets. It's just a saying. So LFGM, LGM, I can't use because it's trademarked by the Mets. LFGM, P. Alonso screwed us on that one, guys. Hector, I don't think I can do a dog shirt, but I can find out. But yeah, like I said, there's a couple of different shirts. There's a zip-up hoodie. There's a pullover hoodie. There's sweatshirts, lady tees, tank tops. Looks like, I think Pilar just missed the ball. Jesus Christ. You put Pilar in for defense, and he misreads the ball. And it's a double for Iglesias. I'm sorry, for Vasquez. And it's 2-1 Mets. It was a liner. Pilar should have had that. He just misread the ball. He came in instead of going back. And it tipped off his top of his glove, but he didn't catch it. Jesus Christ. You know what? What I don't understand, and this is just me, you play left field at the Green Monster. I would play on the warning track every batter. All right, it's a ground ball to short, and they throw it to third and tag them, and in and over. 2-1 Mets. Boston scores 1 run. So I just don't understand why would you play left field and not play as deep as you can. Because any ball over you is probably going to hit the wall. Anything in front of you can probably run in and try to catch. So, but it's 2-1 Mets going to the top of the fifth, guys. Stroman made it easy 2 outs and then 2 doubles in a row to score that 1 run. So we're going to go around the majors once again, guys. So the Cubs leave the Twins 3-0. St. Louis still leads Milwaukee 1-0. Dodgers in Colorado just started. Bottom of the first, no score. And that is the scores for right now. These are the scores from yesterday. There we go. Oops. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. So that's it for right now, guys. Houston, LA, 9:30. 9:40, Seattle and Oakland. Arizona, Atlanta, 9:40. And that's it for so far, guys. We also got the Giants and the Padres at 10 o'clock. Cleveland beats Kansas City 4-1, and Detroit beats Chicago 5-3. Yankees are leading Texas 2-1. And Baltimore still leading Philadelphia 1-0. Washington's beating Miami 4-1. And Pittsburgh is beating Cincinnati 3-2. So that's your scores around the majors, guys. So we're going to the top of the fifth. Mets lead 2-1. Nito, Nimmo, Lindor. 9-1-2, guys. JD Davis almost missed the tag. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like I know, like they all have defensive alignments, but so we got Wayne Randazzo and Eddie C, the radio announcers in Fenway Park, but they don't have the TV announcers there. I just don't get it. But the Braves are losing. They don't play until 9:40 tonight, guy. Michael. They play Arizona, so there's no score, obviously. And Philadelphia is losing 1-0 to Baltimore. which is the two teams we're actually looking at right now. Tomas Nido is leading off. Top of the fifth. Rodriguez is still in the game. He has 85 pitchers in the fifth. So this is probably his last inning. Nido hits a slow grounder to third base and 1 out. Hector, I'll take Arizona winning tonight. Mets win. Arizona wins 5 games out with 11 to play. Oh, and tomorrow. See, this is the reason why I don't know why McNeil is not playing tonight. Chris Sale is pitching tomorrow. So I'm telling you right now, McNeil's going to be in the lineup tomorrow, which makes no sense because you would think Chris Sale is going to be harder to hit than Eduardo Rodriguez. That's why you have to play McNeil tonight. I would rather sit McNeil tomorrow than not play him tonight. All right, so 1 out, Nimmo's at the plate. And Nimmo hits a grounder through the shift on the shortstop side of second base, got the base hit. So 1 out, 1 on for Francisco Lindor. Look, the Mets blew a lead with a 7-game lead with 17 to play. It's basically the equivalent of 5 games out with 11 to play. It's exactly the same thing. With the games back and the amount of games left, like the Phillies, 7 with 17 to play. It's just that simple. The Mets blew it. And you know what? Like I said, you never know what can happen. Like I said, Boston's been struggling. They haven't been playing well. The Mets can beat Boston. They're playing with them right now. So in the bullpen for the Red Sox got the bullpen ready. And like I said, I think Rodriguez, if he gets out of this inning, this is his last inning, but he might not even get through the fifth. Come on, Frankie. Ball 2. Well, Hector, I did that video. I don't know if you watched it or not, but about Noah, about if he's going to be bullpen bound or rotation bound. I think they should make him the closer, and I think he would be very good with that, especially with the 2-pitch pitcher that he has to be, fastball changeup. At least this year, see how he does. Why not? So I think he'd be smart. But they're not going to throw him in there right away. They're probably going to throw him like he's going to a rehab assignment for tomorrow, and he should be back, like I said in the video, by the end of the week. Probably Thursday or Friday. Come on, Frankie. Francisco takes ball 3. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw him in like in the 5th or 6th inning to ease him in a little bit. And then if he's good, you never know. Well, there's been a lot of setup men for the Mets. You got May, Loop, Familia. Why not try Noah, right? Come on, Frankie. 3-1 count to Frankie, 1 man on. And a lazy fly ball. It's probably going to hit the wall. And that's going to be a double Francisco Lindor. And Nimmo is at third base. So 2nd and 3rd were 1 out. So basically Lindor flared at the ball. He didn't look like he hit it hard, but he hit it hard enough to hit the green monster. He reached for that pitch on the outside corner, and he got the fat part of the wood on the bat, on the ball, and it hit the green monster. And luckily Nimmo was safe because Nimmo tripped. That's why he tripped going around 2nd, but he made it to 3rd. And that's why he didn't slide. All right, so Rodriguez is coming out of the game. So he didn't even get through the 5th inning. So 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for the Mets. And Javier Baez coming to the plate. Oh yeah, I do got the shirt. I totally forgot if I showed you the shirts or not, or the one shirt that I have. I think I showed it to you. So it looks like this. I gotta change the LFGM because it was trademarked, but it looks like it would have looked like that. So it's not gonna have LFGM. I'll probably just put my logo there instead. And this is the back of the shirt. So a lot of different ways we can actually do this merchandise, and and accessories. I'll work on other things as well. I might even do like home decor as well, like pillows, like like lounge pillows, and I'm not sure if I can do sheets, but that would be interesting, right? Michael, what do you offer buyers to stay on the Mets? I'd love to tell you right now, but I did do a video that I just finished editing today that I'll be posting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So I don't want to give everything away, but there's two options. There's a smaller deal and there's a large deal. That's what I would tell you right now, Michael. Um, and I do say in the video what I think the Mets are willing to do and what I think Javier Baez is willing to take. And will he give the Mets a hometown discount to stay with his boy Lindor? I don't know. I don't. I honestly don't know. But I do have a lot of interest in like scenarios that I really go into in depth a little bit in the video. So check that out tomorrow at 1 p.m. All right, so Ryan Brazier is the reliever that's coming in. Second and third, one out. Javier Baez at the plate. And this guy does throw hard. He throws 96, and Baez took it for a strike on the inside corner. Yes, exactly, Hector. There's a couple of things on the on some merchandise that says TMWR. Yeah, I could make it into a hashtag for sure. I got to get you guys on Twitter to start making it happen. And Baez swings at a high fastball, 0-2. So Baez is starting to swing at everything again. So let's see if Baez can bring him in. He's been swinging at everything today. Come on, Howie. And swings and misses on 3 pitches. 2 outs. And he's going back to his old ways again a little bit. So I'm gonna give you my Twitter in the comment, guys. So that's my Twitter, guys, right there. So follow me on Twitter. And like I said, before I even publish the video on YouTube, I usually put a tweet out on my on my Twitter about the video and when I go live before I even put it up on YouTube. So you get the news earlier on Twitter. So it's an 0-1 count. He took a strike. Second and third, so Pete Alonso is up, and he swings at a terrible slider 0-2. So they look like they're squeezing the bat a little bit. They're swinging at everything. I don't think anybody freaking take a pitch. It's ridiculous. Come on, Pete. And Pete hit the ground ball to short and looked like they're going to get out of the inning, and they do. So the Mets scored nothing. Not good. Not good. So Brazier comes in and shuts it down, strikes out Baez, and makes Alonso ground out. Still 2-1 Mets going to the bottom of the 5th. Damn it. Reverse psychology did not work. Thank you, Hector, for following. So we're going to we're in commercial, guys. So once again, tuning in, please hit on that like button, guys. If you know people who watches channels on YouTube about the Mets or baseball, send them my way. Let them hit that subscribe button. Hopefully they'll like the content. Hopefully they like the channel. Like I said, we're going to the end of the year. 11 games left to go. Not many games left to the end of the season, guys. So, but it's not like we're not going to talk and see each other. That's for sure. Because the Mets have a lot of moving parts that are going to happen with the front office, with the roster. There's going to be a lot of moving parts, a lot of turnover. So there's going to be a lot to talk about in the offseason. Going to be a lot to talk about with the CDBA. You know, even though the Mets might probably not make the playoffs, I might even go live during a playoff game, maybe during the wild card games. So we have some fun doing that. No, Michael, reverse psychology did not work. So Philly is still losing 1-0 to Baltimore. I'm assuming let's see who's pitching for Baltimore. Let's see. Is it John Means? No, it wasn't even John Means. They did a bullpen game, and the Phillies can't hit him. I think the Phillies are also doing a bullpen game. Yep, the Phillies also did a bullpen game. Jesus, that's sad. Doing a bullpen game when you're trying to get a playoff spot. I think that's so stupid. Yeah, Hector, if you want to do that, you can share it. I did it at times too, but sometimes they get a little pissed off. All right, Michael, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, you know what? Like I said, it's not all about me trying to market my channel either. You know, like if you guys want to, you can share the link. I don't have no problem with that. It's on my channel. You know, be happy to do that. I have no problem with that. It'll be cool. You know, I'm thinking the game that I go to against the Marlins, the last home game of the season. I'll probably go live. During you know, like I said, that might be a home run. I think they just tied the game. Yep, tie game. Kiki Hernandez, the man the Mets should have got. I thought the Mets were gonna get Kiki, but you know who they got instead? Jonathan VR. Lord. That was a shot. So tie game, bottom of the fifth. Kiki Hernandez just tied the game to a home run over the Green Monster. Damn. I got a heavy chair. uh, I can't even get mad like you, Hayden. Not right now. It's not worth it. You kind of expect it, you know? Yeah, I know, Hector. They are a little. Yeah, Hayden. The same thing with me with Reddit. Like, it's stupid. It's a Mets page or a Mets subreddit, and it's not like I'm like spamming them or anything. I'm just putting in my, it's not like I just throw my link up there. You know, I put the title, I explain what the video is about, and I ask questions, and they get mad and they ban me. It's stupid. It's like it's Reddit. It's like it's not like it's a, it's not like I'm putting like porn stuff on there or something. You know that doesn't even make sense. They're like, oh, go to the game thread. I'm like, if I go to the game thread, they just showed a Mets fan that was on the Green Monster that caught the ball, gave it to a Red Sox fan kid. That's pretty cool. And the kid was very happy. Yeah, exactly, man. It's stupid. That's why I don't even bother putting it on Reddit. Like you have to find the game thread, and one time I did put it on the game thread, and they still got mad. They didn't block me, but they got pissed off. So it's like, seriously, guys, it's Reddit. It's not, it's not a freaking, investor app or investor website or something like that. Like it's not spam. I could see if I was sending links up there that I was sending you to like Pornhub or something like that. I mean, come on, you know. But hey, so guys, 3-2 count to Schwarber. Stroman did give up the lead to a solo home run from Kiki Hernandez. The game is tied, bottom of the fifth. And Schwarber hits one in the gap, and it's probably going to be a double. And it is. So, damn. Yeah, Gio, I'm not surprised either. You kind of expect it. The Red Sox are actually playing for something, so, and they have a hell of a good team. So, Stroman's been leaving balls over the plate. Ever since the third inning, he's been struggling with his pitches, and they've been hitting him. Oh, Michael, I hope not. Oh, boy. This is not going to be fun. Well, Hector, they had the opportunity to do so. The bases loaded, nobody out. They only scored 2 runs. Last inning, they had people up. Miguel Castro was on the in the bullpen, guys. So, yeah, last inning they had men on with 1 out, didn't do nothing, no runs. So, 82 pitches for Stroman in the fifth inning. So that's not good. Not looking good, guys. Stroman looks like he lost it. Hayden, I would vote for Vlad, but the writers are so like they're they're all over Shohei Ohtani, so he's probably going to win it. But swings to a 2-0 fastball, strike one. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Shohei Ohtani's been a good, like he's a two-way player, and like there's nobody else that does that. And he's a solid pitcher and he's a great hitter. So I mean, you can't. It's hard to not give it to him. But let's be honest, Vlad's doing it in a pennant race, in a playoff race to make the wild card and make the playoffs. He's doing it during a big pressure situation for his team. I would vote for Vlad, but if you take Ohtani off the Angels, they're still not going to make the playoffs. So if you take Vlad off the Toronto Blue Jays, they're not making the playoffs. They probably wouldn't be close. So that's what I think when it comes to me about the MVP. Cole, what's up, buddy? When it comes to me and the MVP, if I see it like this, let me see the 3-1 pitch to Bogarts. Oh, that's gone. Goodbye, home run. 4-2, Boston. Stroman left a hanging slider. You seen it coming. Hmm. Well, you seen that coming, guys. It's Stroman threw a hanger slider. Oh boy. Well, 4-2 Red Sox. Still nobody out. So Stroman's probably coming out of this game. Well, you know what? You gave Stroman a 2-0 lead. You got to hold it. Again, guys, this is what I worry about with Stroman. I think he just had a career year in a contract year. He's not going to be the same pitcher. And he has these type of games where he'll lose it, pitch 5 innings, throw 100 pitches, give up 3-4 runs, and that's basically it. Like, I'm not expecting, you win, you're going to score 2 runs and beat the Red Sox. But you know what? You got, at the moment, you have the best pitcher on the mound. Stroman's basically your ace when DeGrom's not pitching. Stroman's your ace. You got to shut them down. You got to shut the other team down. So Devers hits a line drive to Baez for 1 out. So that's the issue. And that's the problem that I have. There's been a lot of times this year the Mets scored runs for Stroman and he's gave up leads. It's not the first time. Yeah, Cole, I said that earlier. They're very hideous. I get it. It's the flag of the state, and all that fun stuff, and to commemorate the bombing in Boston and marathon. So ground ball to Stroman, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, 2 home runs for the Red Sox this inning to tie the game and to take the 2-run lead. I tell you, Hector, I'm telling you, it's not even about this game. I said it from the beginning. People are so gun ho for Stroman. Oh, he's been so consistent this year. He's been so good. Why? We've seen this time and time again with so many players. They're average to good their whole career. Their contract year, they have the best season of their career. They get a big contract and they're garbage. They're the same thing what they were before that career year. I'm telling you, that's what Stroman's going to be. Stroman's had many games this year, I would count 4, where the Mets gave him leads and he blew the lead and gave up leads. Like, I don't want Stroman being our number 2 pitcher. I do not. I don't trust him. Anybody who thinks they want Stroman, you can trust him, because I won't. Your team gives you a 2-0 lead. Get it done. You're supposed to be the ace of the staff. He talks all this trash like he's the best pitcher in baseball. You all hear him. And this is what he gives you. I know Boston's a good team, but your team gave you a 2-0 lead. Hold it down. Oh, yeah, Cole, because, look, as much as I love the Met fans, they're diehards. They're always there. They watch every game. They're with this team through thick and thin. They can be very stupid sometimes and very naive when it comes to certain players. I mean, everybody was like, "Oh, how can you get rid of Justin Turner all those years ago?" Could we all be honest about that? Nobody was mad when the Mets designated him for assignment. Nobody in their right mind thought Justin Turner was going to be what he is today. Nobody. Maybe he would have been an okay player, good player. He's become an all-star for the Dodgers. Nobody expected that. So people were killing the Mets on that. You just don't know sometimes. And it happens all the time in baseball. Players get designated for assignment, get released, they go to another team, and they become all-stars. It's just that simple. Yeah, like I said, pitchers aren't allowed to have bad games. They all do. But my biggest problem with Stroman, and it's always been this way, he talks like he's the best pitcher in baseball. Like, I know how good my stuff is. I know I'm great. Da 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 da. And you're not great. I'm sorry. And they're out of the inning. So Showman had a terrible inning, giving up 2 home runs to give up the lead. Red Sox lead 4-2 going to the top of the 6th. That's my biggest problem with Stroman, and I don't care if people tell me in the comments or when they see the replay of this video, this stream. Everybody, and they get on me all the time on Twitter. People are obsessed with Stroman. The same reason why people were obsessed with Dominic Smith. People like freaking. There's Twitter handles that are specifically for Dom Smith Stand Squad, Dom Bomb Stand Squad. They're all over Twitter. It's ridiculous to me. The support that Stroman gets and the support that Dominic Smith gets, you would think they're all-stars, but yet they're not. It's hilarious to me. It really is hilarious to me. Cole, I don't even think it's developing players. I think it's just the front office and the people who are dealing with player acquisitions, player retention. They're not good at their jobs. It's not about developing players. Clearly, they can develop players because the players go to other teams and become all-stars. They're already in the majors, so they have talent. I think the Mets just don't know how to read if this player, project players to be good or bad. I think they have a problem with that, and it's been seen. Somebody messed with Jeff McNeil. Somebody did, because it doesn't make sense that Jeff McNeil, who's a career 300 hitter, and sorry guys, they're showing the Omir Santos game when he hit the home run, the O Miracle. That was fun. I was at that game. That was fun. And then David Wright with that great grab to call to get the out at second base. He threw a terrible ball, and Castillo caught the ball and was out. And then Papelbon went crazy. That was fun. Yeah, exactly, Hector. Like, people are talking about homegrown talent. What have the Yankees brought up? We keep on talking about homegrown talent. Do you know the New York Mets have brought up more homegrown talent that are in their starting lineup than the New York Yankees over the last 5 years? Nimmo, Smith, McNeil, Alonso, right? Conforto. And it looks like it's just going to be, he hit the ball to the wall. Davis hit a long fly ball to one of the deepest part of the ballpark, and it got caught at the warning track, at the wall. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sick of people talking about the Mets minor league system. People keep on talking about it, and you got to remember, the Mets farm system is basically the core of this team. Just because the Mets front office is terrible, putting a team around it, that's the front office issue. When you don't put talent around the core, you're not going to be very good. You got to remember, when the Yankees in the 90s brought up that core, the Jeter, the Posadas, the Bernie Williams, they put veteran players, solid veteran players around the core, the young core. O'Neill, Martinez, David Justice. They brought in guys like that to surround a young core with veteran talent. The Mets don't do that. Cole brought it up. They traded Rosario, who was a shortstop. They traded Jimenez, who was a shortstop. They went the Mets were talking, they were basically telling Dom Smith's going to be an all-star after a 60-game season. But yet they trade Jimenez, who had a really good year when he got called up in the 60-game season. So they contradict themselves when it comes to Jimenez, but Dominic Smith, he's the greatest thing ever. So it don't make sense to me. The New York Mets brought up all those players. 75% of their lineup are the guys from their minor league system. I just named them. You have to put pieces around them to help the core, to support the core that you have. You know, if you would have signed Lindor next year in the offseason, nobody would have been mad about it. But you made a trade for a shortstop in this season that you did not need, knowing that there's going to be 5 shortstops on the market after this season. It's just not smart baseball decisions. It's stupid. And I don't even care if Lindor was batting .310, hit 35 home runs, and knocked in 90 RBIs. It's still a stupid trade. Because Rosario did have a nice season. Again, Rosario had a nice 60-game season. Why don't they give credit to Rosario and Jimenez, but they were very quick to give Dominic Smith all the credit in the world for a 60-game season, but didn't do it for Rosario and Jimenez? So they contradict themselves. It's stupid. It's just, it makes no sense to me. James, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Avario, thank you for tuning in. What's wrong with the Mets? Yeah, I mean, they've all had bad seasons. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, let's be honest, guys. The Mets give Stroman a 2-0 lead. He is supposed to be your ace of the staff right now. Shut them down. All the crap he talks, shut him down. What is he going to say tonight in his post-press conference? Oh, my stuff was good. Or he's going to blame the umpire. Maybe he'll blame the defense. Why not, right? James Alvario, if you don't mind, please hit on that like button. If you're new to the channel, thank you for guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hit on that subscribe button, both of you guys, if you can. Right now, the Mets are losing 4-2 in the top of the 6th. Already 1 out. Conforto has a 3-2 count. See if Conforto can get on base and get something started here. See, I haven't even thrown a baseball in a long time. My shoulder's hurting. Conforto hits a ground ball, foul. Crazy, guys. Crazy. Alvario, I know they're done with the Mets because they're front runners. When the Mets are doing good, they'll do live streams. They'll be all happy-go-lucky. And Conforto strikes out on the 3-2 pitch. So 2 outs. Like I said, Alvario, like I said, I'm not one of the most positive Met fans, and anybody in the chat can tell you. But I stay behind my team. I'm a diehard. I watch every game, even if they're out of it. This is what I do. I live for this. This is my favorite sport. I love this team. I eat, sleep, and you know what? This Mets team. I travel around the country, go to different stadiums on the road. Season ticket holder. I'm there. You know, because of work, I'm not able to go to a lot of home games, but it's not like I let my tickets go to waste. I give them away. I sell them. It's just, you know, I do what I got to do, Alvario. I don't start a channel dedicated to the Mets to be a fake Mets fan, to be a front runner. If other streamers want to do that, that's them. You know? I honestly don't like people like that. And I do, and I so something went on with the umpire and Pilar. So it's a 2-1 count to Pilar, 2 outs. Boston leads 4-2. Yes, Conforto swung right over a hanger. You should have clobbered that ball. And Pilar hits a shot, and it drops for a base hit. So a 2-out base hit by Pilar, and Dominic Smith's coming up. See if Dom can have some magic going in his bat right now. Yeah, Conforto, I don't know, man. Conforto confuses the hell out of me. So They're showing a highlight with Boston, still 1-0 Baltimore going into the bottom of the sixth in Philadelphia. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Conforto. Like Conforto, he's never been a great player, but he would have his 3 or 4 week hot streak and then a 3 week cold streak. But he always had good numbers: 270, 25, 30 home runs, 80 RBIs. But this year, I don't know. Maybe the pressure of the contract. I don't know. I have no idea. But you know what? I do have a feeling that the Mets are going to offer him the qualifying offer, and I think he'll take it. Yeah, Alvaro. He is inconsistent, absolutely. But with his inconsistency, he's never had a season like this. So what do you go by? You go by the 5 years he had prior to this year, where he would have, like I said, a 3 week hot streak, a 3 week cold streak, but his numbers will end up being 270, 25 to 30 home runs, 80 to 90 RBIs. That's a solid year. And you would see that Conforto, who used to carry a team for 2 weeks, he's done none of that this year. So it's very hard for the Mets. Do you look at this year and think that's what he's going to be? Or do you think he's going to be something in between, like he was the last couple of years? But I think you have to go on over his last 5 years than just this year. So Dominic Smith did nothing, grounded to second baseman. So it's going to the bottom of the sixth. Boston leads 4-2. Alvaro, you know what it is? Lindor obviously is not worth that money. Nobody's worth that money. Mike Trout's getting paid $500 million. Is he making the Angels better? No. Nobody's living up to the contract. Garrett Cole, $340 million, not making the Yankees better. It's not the end all be all. Lindor can probably bat 300, hit 30 home runs, knocking 100 RBIs. Will this team be any better than what they were if nobody else is hitting around them? No. Baseball is the one sport where you need it's an individual team sport. That's what it is. You need a collection of individuals, about at least 3 or 4 of them in your lineup that are having really good years, that have a chance to make the playoffs and be good throughout the year. The problem with the Mets this year was too many guys in this lineup had career bad years. This is Lindor's worst year of his career. Conforto's worst year of his career. Pete Alonso is hovering on his best year, but not quite. But, 50-plus home runs is insane. But he's basically has an average that he had in 2019. His RBIs are around the same thing. Home runs are a little lower, but you expected that. But Alonso's probably going to finish with about 40, 41 home runs. So Alonso had a solid year. There's not a lot of guys that had solid years. Dominic Smith has a terrible year. Go on and on. J.D. Davis is not even a starter right now. VR took his spot. McNeil had a down year. Everyone had bad career years. So you're not going to win that way. Yeah, I know, Caden. It's the same thing. Yeah, Hector, you can critique all these guys' batting stances. I think they got so much in their head for being so bad that they just change everything. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if, as much as everybody killed Robinson Cano, he was one of the best hitters last year for the Mets. And you know what? Cano is a great hitter. Whatever you want to talk about with his steroids or lack of hustle, he knows what he's doing. And I wouldn't be surprised he'll tell some of these guys what they're doing wrong. Something that Quattlebaum can't tell him. Because Quattlebaum is a numbers guy. He's not going to stand in front of the batting cage and say, okay, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. He's going to look at his paperwork. It says, well, the numbers say this launch angle. And it's like, God, can we get Chili Davis back, please? So, guys, they were just showing something about Once Upon a Time in Queens, the documentary for the 86 Mets. Do you think I should do videos about each part and talk about it? Let me know in the comments. I think that would be fun. I think that would be cool. Yeah, exactly, Hector. Like nobody understands that. Yeah, it might give you a little bit more focus. It'll give you some more muscles. But let's be honest, like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds would have been a Hall of Famer if he never took steroids because he was a great hitter and a great defensive player. He took steroids and he became a big power hitter. But before steroids, he was a power hitter. He wasn't hitting 70 home runs, but he was hitting 35 home runs. Barry Bonds would have been a Hall of Famer without steroids. Whatever his reason was, well, Sosa, I don't know. I think Sosa's a little iffy. I think Sosa is more of a product of the home runs. He was a decent hitter. He was a good hitter for the White Sox, but Sosa would have never been a Hall of Famer without steroids. And this home run, I mean, he was never a great player to be a Hall of Famer anyway. And the steroids just made him make that home run race with McGwire. McGwire, he was with the Bash brothers, with Canseco in Oakland. So it really depends. Miguel Castro is on the mound in the bottom of the sixth inning, guys. And strikeout. He strikes out Dahlbeck for the first out. Alvaro, you never know. Like I said, Boston's their bullpen has been good, but you know what? If you know anything about the Mets, they'll probably make it a one-run game very soon. And the way they've been playing, who knows? It'll be very interesting, though. We get, again, mathematically, we're still alive. Like I said, we're getting some help. Phillies just tied the game, but they're going to the top of the seventh, and it's not like they're beating up on Baltimore. It's 1-1 Baltimore and Philly. And the Braves are going to start any minute now, so. Hey, you never know. Like I said, you never know with this team. This team, when you think they're dead, like that 5-1 game when the Marlins were beating the Mets 5-1, the Mets came back and won the game in the ninth. And nobody expected it. It's just odd. Boston is obviously better than the Marlins, but like I said, Boston's not a great team. They got flaws too. Their bullpen is not great. Their pitching staff is not great. Their rotation is not great. You could say that about a lot of teams. The Rays, somehow they win. I mean, they got rid of everybody. Glass now went down with Tommy John. They traded Blake Snell, yet they still are going to win the AL East, win 97, 98 games. It's amazing. The Yankees have no rotation. Cole, I don't think he's as good as advertised. The Yankees have nobody behind him. Hector Cortez, or Nestor Cortez, is solid, but he's not great. Tyone is a joke. Kluber is a joke. Severino is finally coming back, but what are you going to get out of him? There's so many teams, like the Dodgers and the Giants are the only team that got solid rotations. The White Sox don't. The Brewers, I guess you can say with Woodruff, they're okay. They're pretty good. The Braves rotation is in limbo. Max Fried, Anderson, but they're not great. Like I said, this is why it's frustrating, because if the Mets made the playoffs and DeGrom was healthy, the Mets could do some damage, because this year is the first year I'm going to say anybody can win the World Series. If somebody says to you, the White Sox win the World Series, you're not going to be shocked. If somebody says the Rays win the World Series, you're not going to be shocked. The Brewers win the World Series, you're not going to be shocked, because there's no team that is 100% dominant. The Dodgers bullpen is not that good. The Giants bullpen is good, but not great. Their rotation, they got a lot of arms that they got veteran arms in Cueto. Who knew Gossman was going to be this good? But you got to understand, how do you know Gossman is going to be good in the playoffs? His first time in the playoffs. Being with Kansas City, being with Baltimore. Like, you don't know. A lot of these teams, every one of them have flaws, and any one of them can get beat in the playoffs. And everyone who says that, you know, nobody's going to beat the Dodgers, let's be honest. The Dodgers won the World Series in a 60-game season. Can we go easy? Even if the Mets would have somehow won the World Series, I would have been happy. I would celebrate it because my team won the World Series. But are you going to really feel great about it knowing that it wasn't a 162-game season? No. And, everybody, the Dodgers kept on choking for so many years. For over the last, 7 or 8 years, they choked their way out of playoffs games, out of series, made the World Series, lost. They lost to the Astros. It's the same thing. The Mets beat him in 2015. They fell apart in 2016. And Vasquez hits a shot, but right at Conforto. 2 outs. All right, man. Hayden, have a good night, man. Alvaro, I wouldn't say it's all on the coaches. I think Quattlebaum really did mess with some of the hitters, such as McNeil mostly. But I think it's a problem. I think Rojas blew this team a couple of games, at least 5, off the top of my head. But again, you got to put it on the players. But I mean, you can put it on the coaches as well, because Rojas does make the final decision on pinch hitting, bullpen arms, taking out pitchers. So, but again, it's a combination of everybody. Yeah, exactly, Hector. Like I said, Kershaw was terrible in the playoffs. It was basically known that he was going to be bad in the playoffs. He finally had his moment last year. But let's be honest, that's again a 60-game season. Nobody was able to play at home. Everybody played in Arlington, in the Rangers' new ballpark, and in San Diego in the bubbles. So, it's a whole different ballgame when you got to travel to another away team, a ballpark of the other teams, have to face them in their ballpark. It's a big difference. Nobody had to worry about that. In San Diego, they didn't have fans. In Texas, they did. So, and it's not like it was really home field advantage. It was mixed crowds. So it just seems like, everybody's, the Dodgers are great. Dodgers are great. They won the World Series, but can we see them doing it in a 162-game season and do it throughout the playoffs when you have to go into other team ballparks with thousands of fans? It's a big difference. Yeah, exactly, Hector. Cole, do you like Bob Melvin? I wouldn't say no. I mean, it's not the worst decision in the world. He's like I said, I'm happy with an experienced manager that knows what he's doing. But what have Bob Melvin done in a while? I mean, Oakland never gets out of the first round of the playoffs, and they're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. Yeah, they consistently win in 88 to 90 games every year. But I don't know. I would be okay with Bob Melvin. But can Bob Melvin handle the pressures of New York, making those tough decisions in New York as a manager? He has a lot of experience, so maybe. But I wouldn't be against it. But I don't want him coming with Billy Beane, because I think that'd be a freaking disaster. You know what that reminds me of? Even though Billy Beane's is the front office guy, it reminds me of like Art Howe. Everybody, praised him for what the job he was doing in Oakland. The Mets got him as the manager, and he was a joke. Bill, what did you miss? You missed Stroman giving up bombs to give up the lead. But I wouldn't mind Bob Melvin. But I don't want another Art Howe disaster, even though Bob Melvin is a better manager than Art Howe. But I think you have to go. I think you have to be careful with the manager. I think they have to go. They have to be sure that it's the right guy for this team, because it's not really. The Mets have a couple of young guys, but Nimmo, Alonso, McNeil. These guys are veterans now. They've been here 3 years. These guys are veterans now. They're young veterans. But I still think you need a leader in the clubhouse like an Alex Cora. That guy, you see the difference a manager makes when there's a good manager who is experienced, who knows what he's doing, and is not afraid to make moves and makes the right moves most of the time. Alex Cora is that guy. Now, the Red Sox took a chance on him, but in 2018, and it paid off. But I do think they need a guy who has a ton of experience and has leadership. That's not going to take no crap. That's not going to baby the players and treat them with a freaking pacifier in their mouth. Yeah, Hector, he's been good. But again, I don't know. Like I said, he's done a lot of it with Oakland. He's done it with the Diamondbacks and all that fun stuff. But I don't know. I don't feel confident Bob Melvin can get it done in New York. That's just me. I have Art Howe was a disaster, but he didn't seem, he was too nice of a guy. Throwing him in the cauldron of New York is dangerous for Art Howe. Bob Melvin, he might be able to handle it. All that experience, he might be able to handle it. Again, I'm not going to be pissed off if they hire Bob Melvin, but they can't bring him in a package deal with Billy Beane. I'll go freaking nuts. You want to hear of a rant? I couldn't monetize that video because I'll be cursing every sentence. Yeah, and then what Oakland did. What did they do? Lose in the first round. Lose in a wild card. That doesn't mean nothing to me. No, I don't trust Oakland because I don't trust managers. I don't trust executives that come from small market teams and you throw them a bunch of money and expect them to do greatness because they've done a good job in a small market team with no pressure. I don't see, on Twitter, like I said, I follow all the Major League Baseball teams on Twitter. I follow a lot of their Twitter accounts. I follow fan accounts, hashtag whatever for teams. I don't see the Oakland fans going goo goo gaga over manager decisions during every game, like the Met fans do, or the Yankee fans do, or the Red Sox fans do, the Cardinal fans. Even though the Cardinal fans don't boo their players, they talk a lot on social media. And I can vouch for that because I see it all the time. It's just a matter of you got to get the right right guy for the job. And it seems like Sandy Alderson is going to make that call, but I do think Cohen is going to have a lot more say in the decision this time than he did this season with GMs and keeping Rojas. I think that was a Sandy call. But you got to remember, Rojas is Sandy's guy. Sandy, since he's been in the organization since what, 09, 010, since 09, 10, he's known Rojas throughout the system. So he's known for a long time. So Alderson made that decision to keep Rojas. I think if it was up to Cohen, we would have seen a veteran manager here, guaranteed. And I think, I'm telling you right now, guys, it's not going to be a first-time manager. Now, again, I wouldn't be shocked if somehow Sandy Alderson convinces Cohen to bring Billy Beane and Bob Melvin here. But I think, but again, Bob Melvin, I'm not going to be mad at if they get him. Billy Bean, I will. Again, these are the guys these are the two managers. I don't mind Bob Melvin. I want Buck Showalter. I think he's the perfect for the job. The last couple of years in Baltimore, he even said it, that he doesn't mind using analytics, but analytics is not the end all be all. Oh, are you shocked about Brad Hand, guys? So it's 2 outs, bottom of the sixth, first and second, Brad Hand on the mound. Yeah, exactly, Hector. Like I said, a manager is only as good as his players, but you can see some managers overcome players that are not good sometimes. Now look at Alex Cora in 2018. He didn't have a great lineup. He didn't have a great rotation, but he's a good manager. He made the right moves, made the right pitch hit moves, the right bullpen moves, knowing when to take out the starter. That's why I guarantee you, Alex Cora won the Red Sox 10 games by his decisions easily. And Rojas probably easily cost the Mets 10 games this year. And that's a little high. It might be 7 or 8. But if it's 10, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, exactly, Hector. And like I said, there's no pressure on Bob Melvin. He gets to do what he has to do. They probably have like 3 reporters go to his locker or go to his office every day, or with COVID interviewing him. It's a big difference when you get 3 reporters to get interviewed after the game, and then when you get 22 reporters after the game scrutinizing every move you make. So Brad Hand just walked Schwarber. So his bases loaded with Bogarts on deck. Oh, Lord. Jesus Christ. God, I hate this team. Thanks, Hector. Yeah, it's like, yeah, since 2003, he was the Seattle Mariners manager, Arizona for 5 years, and Oakland for many years, from 2011 to this year. So 10 years. He's came in third, first, second, fifth, second, first, second, and there in second right now. And this year they're probably not going to make the playoffs. They're 82 and 68 right now. They won 97 games in 2018 and 2019, but they did nothing in the playoffs. Now, I don't remember the playoffs by heart, but did Bob Melvin do a good job managing the playoffs with his team? That's a disappointment when you win 97 games back-to-back years and do absolutely nothing in the playoffs. That scares me. And it's got to scare you too. Yep, 3 and 4 the same pitch. So Brad Hand 2-0 counted Bogart. So this is probably not going to be pretty, guys. So you might want to close your eyes on this next pitch. Well, we've been saying that all night, Bill. The umpires are terrible. And right through the shift, and 2 runs are going to score. 6-2 Boston with 2 outs. Oh, look at that. Clutch 2-out hitting. It's nice to see other teams do it because the Mets can't damn do it. So it's looking like a rout, guys. It's not looking good. So outside fastball, and he just took it the other way. Look at that situational hitting. Didn't try to hit a home run, just try to hit it where they ain't. Remember that? Hit it where they ain't. Remember that slogan, Hector? Hit it where they ain't. Perfect English grammar right there. Hit them where they ain't. Again, another decision by Rojas. Close game, 2-run game. And you put in one of your worst relievers. Branham has been terrible this year. And Devers pops it up, and it's looking like it's going to be 3 outs and in and over. So the Red Sox score 2 runs, and it's going to the top of the 7th. Mets are down by 4 runs. Bill, the way they fixed their offense is getting a better bats around this core. And the core I'm talking about, Nimmo, Alonso, and if you want to say McNeil, okay, and possibly Conforto. The way you fix this offense, like I said, it's hard to say because they're all having bad years. And if they're having middle of the road years, this team would have been better. Probably scored more runs, a couple of more wins, might make a difference. So it sucks, guys. It really does. Oh boy. Alvaro, what are we gonna have, like a miracle situation with Omer Santos? Yeah, Bill, I think the hitting coach, I think Qualabom really screwed him up. In 2020, I don't really go on that year much, but definitely this year, I think he just got so messed up and he just messed himself up. Well, look, Brody was dead as soon as he made that trade with Cano and Diaz. We all know why he made that deal, but it was a stupid deal. You don't give your top prospect when you're taking all the money on Cano's contract. It didn't make sense. You take on the Mets Cano's contract and you get a closer and you give them basically nothing. You're taking on the money. You're giving them the relief of that salary, but yet you give away your top prospect. It made no sense. That's the problem. No. Oh no, I wasn't hyped about that deal. I didn't do the channel at the time, but I wasn't happy with the trade. It was stupid. It didn't make sense. I would have been happy if they got Cano and Diaz for basically nothing and took on Cano's salary. But we got to remember, the Wilpons still own the team. The Seattle Mariners took 20 million from the salary because the Mets didn't want to take all of Cano's salary, and the Seattle Mariners took 20 million of that and kept that and paid that off. So, and that's how they got Kalenic and Jay Bruce and so on, and Swarzak. We all remember him. So that's the problem. Like, if they would have just took on the whole contract and got Diaz to sweeten the pot for taking that money and not give him anything, maybe a low level prospect, that would have been it. It would have been a good trade because you didn't give up nothing. And you still had Kalenic, who is up with Seattle now, who would have been up at the Mets, probably their center fielder. Move Nimmo to the left. Now you have Conforto at right. You got a great defense, all out, all on the outfield. It just wasn't a smart trade. It was Brody Vareginen got bent over a table and got screwed up by Dipoto of Seattle, who knew what he was doing. Well, yeah, like I said, nobody expected the Mets to sign Wheeler because of the Wilpons. Yeah, Hector, that's the truth. But yeah, the smart move would have been to sign Wheeler. It was just obvious he was getting better. He found himself, and now he's the ace of the staff on the Phillies, who's in your division, by the way. For no other reason, the Mets should have signed Wheeler to keep him away from the Phillies, and they didn't do that because the Wilpons are incompetent and cheap bastards. So one out, Nino struck out, still 6-2 Boston, top of the seventh. So, guys, you want to hear something funny? Some people might not be happy about this, but I just got a text from my boss. I have to go into work. So, what does that tell you guys? That means I have to end this stream early, unfortunately. Welcome to my life, guys. I just saw a text. I'm like, why is my boss texting me at 10 o'clock at night? So I got to be there by 11. So that means I got to get ready. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to stay with you to the top of the 7th, see if the Mets do anything special, which they probably won't. So let's stay with you to the top of the 7th and see what happens. And then, you guys can watch the massacre while I work. So I'll stay with you guys until the top of the 7th, and then I got to go get ready for work. Sorry, guys. That was unexpected. Hey, look who it is. Hansel Robles. How about that? The infamous guy with the finger going up. You know that Diaz copies now? When the ball goes 400 feet. And Nimmo grounds to short. Well, the second, but it was a shortstop, 2 outs. So once again, guys, unfortunately, I got a text from my boss. I have to go to work. I got to be there earlier than expected. So after the top half is over, I'm gonna end this stream, guys. Sorry for cutting it short, but it was just unexpected. On the corner of my eye, I saw a text, and I saw my boss's name. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. And this is not rare. This happens often. I be sleeping and my boss is like, hey, come in. So this is not shocking. Usually I get away with it sometimes, but especially the middle of the week, that's when they usually get called in. So yippee. So much for my 2-hour nap that I thought I was gonna have, but guess not. Yeah, I know, Bill. I'm gonna miss so much. You guys can tell me all about it in the comments when I go. Because I damn sure I'm not going to be listening to it on the radio. I'll probably turn on WFAN when I get to work. Listen to the end. The Yankee game's probably going to be over by then, but listen to the Yankee post game and then listen to whoever's on. Steve Summers, Sal Licata, and get through my work day. Or work morning, I should say. So Lindor is up, swinging at everything, 1-2. So look at these. They're showing the 7 line right now. Everybody's have their hands over their face. It's just sad. It's rough, guys. Very bad. Very bad. Yo, Hector, if you ever the amount. Oh wow, Lindor just strung at a terrible pitch. Strike 3. All right, guys. Always tomorrow. Unfortunately, this is probably the last nail in the coffin tonight, guys. Yeah, Hector. So I get that OT very often, unfortunately. So the more OT I get, the more the lovely government tax the crap out of me. So, all right, guys. So obviously the Mets didn't score. Shocking. 6-2 going to the bottom of the 7th. Unfortunately, I have to cut this short. Thank you all you guys for sticking with me through the 7th inning. I'm sorry I have to go and not spend the rest of the game bitching about the Mets. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget, guys, I'm posting a video 1 o'clock tomorrow about Javier Baez and the possible contracts he could possibly get. So check that out. If you haven't checked out the Syndergaard video today, please do. That's posted today. And check out the President of Baseball Operations video from the other day if you haven't done so already. Don't forget, guys, please hit on that like button. Thank you guys for tuning in. Talking Mets with Rob here. Hit on that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. As always, Met fans, let's go Mets. I'll see you guys. Have a good night, guys.